Hello, everyone. Sorry for this little delay here. We've had some technical issues. But now we are live, finally. Welcome to the new edition of the Azure Dreams Tournament. My name is Chai. With me today, there is Septic Tank. He is currently starting our runners to make sure that they're synchronized. And who do we have today? We've got Chimera versus Lady Deme. This is Start Tournament. Start is an acronym for Starting Tamers and Rival Tutors. It's sort of a continuation of the first tournament that we had in this series called Stars. That's tournament that is designed more for like new runners of the game. Runners that we've got in this tournament didn't have the 1 hour time on the leaderboard for any percent category, hence the idea of being a little bit less experienced. And yeah, they'll be learning or learning how to play this game, or maybe they already do. I know that many of them do. They'll be just trying to beat the tower in 1 hour to finally qualify to the to not be able to play in another Stars tournament. But yeah, so what do we have here? We've got Azure Dreams. Azure Dreams is a roguelike game, monster dungeon, like a mystery dungeon tower with quote unquote Pokemon elements of having monsters in eggs. What do we have here? 40 floors tower in front of us and 1 hour to beat it. We've got best of three here. So both of the runners have 1 hour to beat the tower. Should they die in the tower, they can just re-enter and try again. The highest floor that they reached at the 1 hour mark is their score. Whoever reached higher floor wins the round. Whoever wins 2 rounds wins the match. If you beat the tower in less than 1 hour, then of course, if you do it before the opponent does it, then you win the round automatically because of course you cannot get higher than 40. Should both of the runners reach the same floor, the winner of the round is the one who reaches the current floor first. And oh, I thought that they're off. No, they're not off yet. Oh, they are. Deme has just started her timer. Chimera is also now running, but her timer is not started. That's okay. Chimera has some small issues with like upload speed to Twitch. So unfortunately, her stream will be a little bit choppy, but we still should be able to like follow the stream and see what is happening. But yeah, I think right now with me, Septic is already here, right? Septic, you here?
I am. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good to hear. So yeah, the runners just started the game. The first thing that we see that is sort of different from the vanilla game is that floor one is a tutorial floor. Cuny, our familiar, is supposed to tell us how to play the game, and we are supposed to find different items on this floor. But just for the purpose of this tournament, because we've seen this tutorial so many times, it takes around 2 minutes to beat it. There is lots of smashing in the text. We don't want to watch it, so we made one small quality of life change for the tournament where we've got all the items that we find on this floor lined up, exactly the same items as we would find normally. But they're just all lined up, and there is immediately elevator to the second floor where the actual game begins. And yeah, now we've got early floors for the tower. Septic, can you tell us maybe what can we expect from these early floors?
So yeah, floors 2 through 5 are fairly unthreatening. So what the runners are likely to be doing here is they're going to be searching the whole floors to build up their resources for the later floors. Once they get to floor 6, where a ton of monsters are starting to be water, they will likely be rushing to take the elevators because Kyun fire against water does not work very well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It can die pretty quickly. The difficulty level in this game goes up really fast. It doesn't go linearly, definitely. It goes exponentially, and we will not be able to like handle all of the fights. Definitely not on our own, or some of the fights will not be able to handle at all, especially when we are so underleveled. And the first stepping stone is around like floor 6 when water monsters start showing up. We do have elemental triangle in this game. Septic mentioned water monsters. So we've got three elements: water, fire, and wind. Our familiar Cuny is fire, and fire is strong against wind. Wind is strong against water, and water is strong against fire. So far, there is only one water monster, I think, on these floors that we meet. It's Polompa. It's the sweetest thing ever, not threatening at all. So we don't really have any big disadvantage against it. And everything else is either fire, so we are neutral towards it, or wind, where we are a little bit stronger. But can you tell us, Septic, maybe what our runners are hoping to find on these floors to be prepared for these higher difficulty floors?
I think utmost important to them might be a wand, just to really boost their ability to fight against everything. It looks here that Lady Deme just got a seal wand. Not the best. The seal wand has a chance to proc the ability to cancel enemy ability to cast magic. Not that important when you kill them in 1 to 2 hits. So hopefully they'll be able to find something like a Scarlet Wand or a Stream Wand to match element with Kyun. Aside from that, spell balls. Spell balls are multi-use items that can give various effects. Mostly the damaging balls are useful. There's a blinder and binding that are super useful as well. Sleep. And yeah, hopefully they could find some of these items.
Uh, this little window below their game feeds, it's called state display. It's basically a tracker for a few elements in the game so that we can more or less know what is happening here and there without watching everything what our runners are doing, because for example we don't know what kind of inventory they have normally unless they open their inventory, but with that we are able to see all the statistics and all the inventory every single time. So we can already see that Lady Deme has found two wands, Seal and Paralyze, that she will definitely be interested in using if she doesn't find anything better. But can you tell us, Septic, why she's not using it yet?
So this early, the way the wands work is if you don't have a matching element wand, you'll get 25% boost to your mixture magic damage, but that boost does not outweigh the Copper Sword's 2 extra attack that it gives right now. So for now, like the wand isn't immediately needed, but within just a few levels, it will start to outclass the Copper Sword. So right now, they just want to make sure that they don't get cursed and be unable to unequip the wand for a better wand in such case that they find one. Like Lady Deme did find the seal wand, and if that was cursed and she equipped it immediately, she wouldn't be able to equip the paralyzed wand, which is way better. That chance to completely stun the enemy and prevent it from attacking is easily better than just preventing it from being able to cast magic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Curse is one of the most annoying status. For the weapon part, of course, it's bad if we cannot attack stronger than we could. But it's even worse for the shields. Right now, Lady Deme has already found one of the best, if not the best, shield in the game, Leather Shield, which would like maybe be a little bit illogical, like how, for example, leather can be better than, I don't know, steel shield that she has here right now. But the point is that like there are few elemental shields in this game, and If you are cursed with an elemental shield, it means that you are carrying that given element until you're able to decurse the shield and take it off. And having one concrete element is quite dangerous because, again, different floors, different elements of the monsters that you're meeting, and being at disadvantage of element against the monster, it's really bad thing. But speaking of the shield, so maybe Septic. Just for those who don't know, Septic actually is a quite famous runner in the AD community. He's currently on a second place in any percent leaderboard. He's one of the few who are actually still very active. So definitely he's a good source of knowledge for this game. So Septic, tell us, why is Lady Deme using leather shield and not steel shield?
The leather shield gives a boost to evasion. Basically, you have a base chance to evade attacks, and the leather shield boosts it by like I think it's 15%, roughly. And well, again, dodging enemy attacks, like just not taking damage, is a very good thing, obviously. She did get a diamond shield. I would actually like to see her use that in these early floors, but the chance of it being cursed, there's you do definitely want that leather shield for later, so it would just be a temporary measure.
And
The
we can
chance
see
for curse
actually
is only 18% though.
we can see on Chimera's
I like
stream
that.
that actually that diamond shield is cursed. So Chimera is now stuck with that shield unless she founds a decurse scroll that will allow her to decurse the shield, and then it will be able to be taken off. But there is still one more hidden thing about curse status, Septic, right? Can you tell us?
Yes, it actually messes with Ko's luck. Basically, it stops doing what it normally does, moving up and down, I believe, is
Uh, it still moves up and down, but at lower range.
lower range. Okay, yeah. So your max luck potential becomes much lower when you're cursed. You also, which in general is going to drop your accuracy as well as your chance to evade. So being cursed is not good, and a decurse scroll does not fix that. You actually have to have like a cure-all herb in order to remove the hidden curse status.
Yeah.
Uncursing the weapon or shield only allows you to unequip it.
We don't really see that very well on Chimera's stream, but in state display window there is co-portrait, and this portrait changes depending on what status co has. And right now for Chimera, that portrait I call it the grumpy co. I know that it's not visible very well. Hopefully Deme doesn't get cursed, but if she does, we'll be able to see it much better with like Co being a little bit grumpy. And that portrait will not change until, like Septic said, we cure the curse status, not just the uncurse the equipment. So right now, both of our runners are on floor 6. Chimera actually reached floor 6 a little bit faster than Deme, but now Deme left floor 6 faster than Chimera, so Deme is in the lead. If we check the inventories for both of our runners, I wouldn't say that they're really that amazing. Yes, having a wand is nice, but not having a matching elemental wand is a little bit less nice. Paralyze is not the worst, but nothing great either. There is no really any additional spell balls apart from the fire spell ball that they both got on tutorial floor. And one holy scroll. That's the only really like good get out of the jail card item. Right now, Deme has found an egg on floor 7 that can be something very good, and maybe you can tell us, Septic, what it can be.
So floor 7 is she literally just found it, or was that
Yes.
6?
No, it was just next to the elevator.
Oh, it was just yeah. Okay. So yes, floor 7 here. Floor 6 through 10, it's kind of irrelevant actually. Floor 6 through 10 is going to have the same egg set, and what she would really be hoping for is either a clown or a U-boat. U-boat especially gives the ability to scout the floor. Very good. Finding the elevator is generally the biggest thing in a run, because the sooner you get to the elevator, the less encounters you're going to have. Besides that, Clown actually has double... Oh, she lost her Cune. Clown has double
Oh yeah.
spell level, and his spell is range, so dealing with monsters without ever having to get next to them is extremely beneficial.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
with the loss of Cune here, she will likely... Oh, she's going to Wind Crystal.
Yeah, that's very viable strategy. Like we mentioned, re-entry is possible. It's allowed. Going high without CUNY, it's possible. Actually, like any percent strategy assumes that you don't have a CUNY with you. But it's definitely much harder. So what Lady Deme is trying to do is just like go back home, regroup, and attack the tower again. Again, this is roguelite game. So she will start again at level 1. She can bring back to the tower maximum 5 items. So she will need to like check her inventory and get rid of some of the items. But her familiar keeps the level that she had. So I think Cuny was on level like 6 or 7. It will still be 6 or 7. So her re-entry should be actually a little bit easier. Definitely, when you have a perspective of dying versus winding out, probably winding out is a little bit better because you can bring back some of the inventory. And now we know that the egg that she found was a Manoiva egg. Not very exciting egg for this category.
Now, there's major uses for Maneva and some other categories for running the game, but we will not be seeing much Maneva hype happening around here.
Not really. You would really have to have Manoiva and the Picket to like maybe make use of it in this category, which I don't think that we have. So I doubt that we'll ever see it being used. Yeah, and Lady Dem actually tossed it. So one comment here, we can see on Lady Deme's side in state display under the name line, we've got actually 2 floor indicators. This first floor indicator that says 0F tells you the current floor that you are on. As she is in the town right now, of course, that's floor 0. And the second one shows the highest floor that she ever reached while playing the game. So this way we will be able to track who got to what floor, who got to the highest floor in the race. And there you go. Lady Deme now re-enters the tower. She will not have a tutorial floor anymore. Now floor 1 will be a normal floor with monsters and items. Although it is sort of predefined. There are 4 types of first floor that we can have. They're random. But they're predefined. Second floor, on the other hand, right now, will be a non-monsters floor. It will be a floor where we'll meet some story characters. We'll probably not talk much about it. There is one thing that she could get from it, or actually 2 things. She could get a wind crystal and a medicinal herb from that second floor, but we'll see what Lady Deme decides to do with that. In the meantime, we can see Chimera actually dealing with the situation that made Lady Deme leave the tower where she lost her CUNY. So let's see how Chimera deals with it.
She seems to be handling this fine. Given that she has the paralyzed wand, she's been balancing damage between Kyun and Ko, and I really like seeing that, because if you're able to heal both you and your familiar simultaneously, why not just, heal them both at the same time? You'll heal your HP losses at double the speed. So I really like this. Definitely showing some good understanding of the game mechanics.
Chimera is, I think, sort of new to our community. She's being trained. Again, this is a tournament where we've got starting runners and the trainers. So every runner is assigned a trainer who they're supposed to train with. Of course, there is no like requirement for it that like you do have to train with your trainer, but the trainers usually are quite or very experienced with the game, so they can give you quite good insight, give you tips of how you should play this game to reach it. Basically, all of the trainers have the capability to pretty easily reach floor 40 in a single go in a tower. So for Chimera, the trainer is Shoni. Again, quite well-known character in our community. Shoni is well known for being sort of safe in this game. You can like, of course, in every game where you are like trying to like go fast, you need to like find the balance between speed and safety. The faster you are, the less safe you are, right? That's quite obvious. So Shoni is sort of known for being a little bit safer runner, utilizing strategies like attacking with AI1 a lot. And to be honest, in this kind of tournament, that's definitely not a bad idea to do it like this because I don't want to like say that it's not going to happen, but probably our runners don't have like all the abilities yet to like reach the floor 40 in a single go under an hour, or maybe they do. But the whole idea is that like if you just need to beat that hour, it's probably better to be as high as you can in that hour. And being safe in this kind of setup probably uh, would be better than just going fast. But again, I might be as well wrong. We might have some prodigy who will beat that hour easily in 40, 30 minutes. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, point was that Chimera's playstyle probably will be quite safe in terms of fighting. In the meantime, we can see that like Lady Deme already reached floor 4. She doesn't really have to like investigate the floors that much, or she doesn't have that much trouble because her Qn is already like higher level 6, and she already has some quite good equipment in terms of like fighting abilities, so she shouldn't be very threatened on these floors.
Yes, but she's behind Chimera right now by 4 floors. So the runners do not know what floor the opposing runner is on. But given that she had to win Crystal out due to Death of Kuhn, she might be feeling a little bit that she's behind.
Technically, she's still ahead because both of them reached floor 8, and Lady Deme reached floor 8 first. So technically, Lady Deme is still in the lead, even though like she's currently on the lower floor than Chimera.
True. By the rules standards, she is. If they were both to rip now and never make it again past floor 8, then Lady Deme would take this run. But from her perspective, she must be thinking she's got to pull it out better than that. So.
But again, I think in this tournament, survivability is very important. So, like getting some inventory from early floors, checking like, it's not the best inventory. Let me try enter the tower again. Might not be a very bad strategy because, if you have bad inventory and you die, for example, on floor 20, then you won't have probably that much time to go higher than that. But if you check like, nah, this inventory is not good, let me get better one and try again, you might be able to go higher. So we will see how our runners' strategies will come into play in this kind of setup. Like right now, for example, Lady Deme's inventory, I like it very much. She's got already like two balls and the Tamna fruit.
Top of the paralyze and leather shield that she found in the first climb, it's definitely looking good for her, and she's still she just now did get to floor 6, so she won't have as much freedom to fully explore the floors, or at least the safety to have that freedom. But and a big Pita, so between that and the water crystal, Kuhn is not running out of MP for this run.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is one thing that like you do have to worry about when you're playing with the familiar.
Oh no.
That I heard the sound.
Yeah, so Chimera here hit a warp trap, and warp traps are a very quick way to spell death for your familiar, and even possibly you. Running around without Kuhn is infinitely harder to deal with any encounters you run into. So here Chimera is really going to be hoping to find the elevator as soon as possible.
And that floor is definitely better to lose Cuny on than floor number 9 when there were still some water monsters. In floor 10, the only thing that like she has to be really scared of is a volcano. Everything else, I think Cuny can handle. Of course, like...
That's true, but it seems like she might have left Kuhn on AI3.
But she found an elevator, so that should be okay. Go to elevator quickly, don't lose Cuny. Yeah, there you go. Going to the next floor when your Cuny is lost makes it so that like he comes back to you, so no problem. Crisis averted. And now we see one of the scariest monsters on floor 11, if not the scariest. It's a Griffin. Can you tell us, maybe, Septic, why Griffin is scary?
He hits pretty hard at this stage, but most notably, this thing is extremely trigger happy with his spell. It has a spell called Rise, and while his normal attacks will hit for about 14 to 16, depending on player level, the Rise will hit for like 20 something. So you definitely got to be careful when dealing with Griffins. And in my experience, they don't like being lifted, so I really do not like them.
Yeah, this is one of the game mechanics that we didn't explore yet. Lifting. You really like lifting, Septic, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so some of the monsters are liftable in that sense that like you can try to lift them. They don't always like it, but if they do, if you succeed at lifting them, they will not do anything. You will just walk with them in your hands. And you can toss them away so that they will forget about you and just go away. The chance for
Yes,
lifting is 5 out of 8, if I recall right. So technically, you should have higher chance to lift than not. But you know how RNGesus works. So when you need it, it doesn't help you.
I've always mentally kept it to like 60-40 chance. Definitely not good with my fractions right now, but either way, I run a lot with without Kuhn, 80% runs, and yeah, generally a lot of times your only option is to go for the lift and to just get rid of the monster that way, and it is such an effective tactic when it works. When it doesn't, it's also a really fast way back to town.
Yeah, and right now, like we mentioned, Chimera is in the lead, but Deme just reached floor 8, so she's only 3 floors behind. So should Chimera die at this point in time, she would definitely be at a disadvantage. Although, like, her inventory is not bad at all right now. It could be better, but she's got 2 fire spell balls and 2 eggs that could be used as an egg bomb. This is like a thing that we didn't like fully explain yet, like with these eggs. Can you tell us, Septic, what can we do with eggs?
Okay, so the basic straightforward idea behind eggs is that you would generally want to hatch them to have a different, unique familiar from the starting familiar Kuhn. But they do have another extremely valid use that more often than not is what comes into play in a speed run, and that is egg bombing. So basically, you can take the egg in your hand and throw it at a enemy monster, and the monster will spawn at 50 levels higher. Is it 50? I think it's 50 levels
50,
higher
50, yeah.
than Ko. And it can do one of two things. It can either just do its basic attack, or it may cast its spell. Generally, you want it to just do its basic attack simply because it's 50 levels higher than you, probably around 50 levels higher than any monster you come across. It's going to hit extremely hard and often one-shot things. It can be really bad to, say, throw a clown egg at something and it just try to reduce the enemy's level by 1.
And there you go. Lady Deme is on floor 10. She's catching up pretty quickly. She's now only 2 floors behind. But this is also like what we mentioned earlier, that Chimera probably will be a little bit slower in terms of the climb, because Chimera is fighting a lot, but this also means that Chimera will be probably a little bit better prepared for the higher floors. We can see the difference in levels, that Chimera right now is level 10, while Deme is level 7. Okay, that is scary thing. You see Kraken, you go away.
I actually really like that decision. Kraken's hit hard, but Chimera definitely knew that she could take the hit, and that was easily the best solution there. That also preserves items. She also has 2 medicinal herbs. I would like to see one of those used soon, depending on how things are going.
There is one thing that Chimera actually can do, and I sort of feel that she will do, Shawnee being her trainer and all. Shawnee really likes a strategy where he picks up a blue color that Chimera actually did find and uses an egg, a starter egg that both of our runners got, a Palompa egg, for changing Cuny's element to water. So how would that work, Septic?
Changing Kuhn's element to water. Did you say she had a stream wand?
No. She did find a blue color. Because Shawnee changes to water regardless. Right now, Chimera doesn't have any elemental wand, so there is no benefit being in one specific element in terms of the wands.
Sure.
But there might be,
So generally across the tower seems very fire heavy. So on these floors right now, literally the only for Chimera, she's starting to go into the water and wind more dominated floors. But when it comes to the higher floors of the tower, there is a ton of fire monsters that are generally much harder to deal with. And then final 10 floors, there's only glaciers and golems that are not fire. Everything else that appears on those floors is fire. So in general, whenever you want to go with a specific element, you're free to choose which element. You're not binded to the extra attack power of an elemental wand. Then you'll generally want to go with water.
Yeah, and the other thing is that right now Chimera has 3 fire spell balls. I mean fire as in element. Fire, pillar, and blaze. They're 3 different spells, but they all have the element of fire. So if Chimera meets some annoying wind monsters later on, and she changes her Cuny to water, she would definitely have trouble fighting it with Cuny. But that's where all of those elemental spell balls come into play, and going water might be actually quite a good idea. So let's see what will be the decision.
On this, might be a pretty late response, but Troy noticed some impressive U-boat movement from Chimera earlier.
Oh yeah, in
And,
that situation next to the elevator where Deme actually had trouble, I think Chimera had to deal with 2 U-boats and another monster coming from another direction. So there was some really nice commanding CUNY onto the U-boat. I did notice that.
yes, and that's I really did like seeing that because generally you do think about being able to walk on U-boat and do the dance that way, but commanding your familiar is another tactic that we do use and is oftentimes a much better solution. So it was really nice to see that. I heavily agree with Troy. It was impressive movement. And yes, griffins are very temperamental. They're not just misunderstood.
Actually, was it right now that Chimera equipped that mirror shield? I thought that like she had diamond shield earlier on, and it was cursed as well. So I presume like the curse was lifted, and then Chimera equipped another shield, mirror shield, and another curse. But luckily, there is no such thing as double curse status. So if you're cursed, you're just cursed. That's it.
Yeah, but it still means she has to find another decurse scroll in order to switch to a leather shield should she find one. And that being said, she didn't find a leather shield? Or did she get rid of
Uh,
it?
that's a good question. I don't know. I don't remember. I think leather shield was found pretty early on, so I somehow feel that like she had it, but maybe at that time she already found that diamond shield and was cursed, and was like, nah, I'm cursed. I have nothing to do with it. I probably won't find a decurse scroll. But yeah, the reality is that there is no leather shield on Chimera's side.
Looks like Lady Deme has ran into a little bit of an issue here. She's got a kraken and a griffin staring at her from 2 spaces away.
Oh, Sand Knight, if you're here, thank you so much. It was our job to like post that link in AD Discord, but we completely forgot. And yeah, Sand Knight here, who just showed up in the chat, he's the trainer for Lady Deme, so obviously he will be biased.
Rocky Road to 40. Maybe?
Okay, now that's a fun monster that we see on Chimera's side. It's a gacha machine.
That basically explains it. So, Chimera here is going to be able to throw any items she doesn't want at this brong, and it will switch it out for a random item. And it can actually spit out various items that don't naturally appear in the tower. So, say, for example, a holy sword or a flat scroll. There's a ton of items that can show up from this brong that aren't normal in the tower. Unfortunately, spell balls aren't quite great getting from them because they actually have far less usage based on his MP upon spawning the item. And even at full MP, you'll generally only get like 2, maybe 3 charges.
My heart stopped for a second. Lady Deme is now in a really, really good situation. She has changed her CUNY's element to water, using a little bit different method. Instead of doing fusion, she just uses seed. That's another way, simpler way to change an element of a monster to find a corresponding seed. And she also has a matching elemental wand, stream wand. So her power capabilities are now really, really, really high.
Yes, and we're 40 damage. That sword troll only has 46 HP. So with a level, maybe 2 levels, she can start one-shotting those sword trolls.
And what I'm saying is like why my heart stopped for a second, because she's balancing her HP in that sense that she's 1 hit away from dying. And should she miss her attack, there is a very high chance that she would die. So luckily she is not cursed. her like hit chance is not impaired in that sense. But still, like we mentioned, Cole's luck actually goes up and down constantly in the tower. And we don't know whether she is right now in the ups or in the highs or in the lows. So we have no idea. And even if you're in the highs, RNG is RNG. So yeah, you can always get a myth and then die. Hopefully Lady Deme will like recover her HP to like save me from getting a heart attack.
And she can even two-hit Krakens at this point, which is insane.
But still, she can be two-shot as well.
Oh no!
What happened?
Oh, she ran into a troll.
Oh, that was unfortunate. She was in such a good position.
You cursed her, Chai.
I'm really sorry. But she still has like 22 minutes to get to the higher floor. The problem is that now that she died, her inventory is gone. Again, CUNY will keep the level, but yeah, inventory is gone. All the good inventory she had, she needs to find it again. And there is one trolly thing that game throws at us. When we die in the tower, our familiar goes to the hut and it's not in our inventory anymore. We have to pick it up. Raise a hand if you forgot to take CUNY with you or you're familiar with you when you died from the tower. Because to me it happened a few times at least.
At least, we could definitely say she could blame SK.
Oh yeah, that's obvious, right? She could do it
On
regardless.
so many levels.
You know, like we can always say, it happened when SK showed up.
Yeah, so this first floor isn't going to be that big of a threat because of how powered up Kyun is. Okay, non-damage. Not having that wand is clearly an issue.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
CUNY can deal with everything on his own. No problem here. So we'll have another chance to see Ghosh on level on floor 2. Let's see, this time like she's very powerful, so she might decide to fight Ghosh just for the memes. Or maybe for medicinal herb and wind crystal.
Hey, never doubt the benefits of medicinal herb.
And Lady Deme is showing us a little nice trick on floor 1. One of the floors is special in that regards that it has a shortcut. You don't always see that shortcut, but it's there. And Lady Deme knows that it's there, so she used it. And she also finds a wand, so she's now at least a little bit better in terms of fighting power. It's not stream wand, but it is a wand, so that's definitely good.
She made the decision not to fight Ghost. I agree with that actually, because as much as that medicinal herb would be nice, she's at 40 minutes, and on floor 3, as far as she knows, Chimera could be on floor 20, 25. She needs elevators. That's all she needs right now.
So yeah, the match is definitely not decided yet. It's not over until it's over. 20 minutes. What is the world record currently, Septic, for any percent?
It is 24 minutes set by Wuga.
Yeah, so you just need to like get to world record level and then you win.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And yeah, it looks like Chimera actually has some issues because she was turned into a frog and CUNY decided to walk away. But I think CUNY will be saved.
I like...
Change to AI1. CUNY cannot win that fight. Yes, luckily CUNY is safe.
I like how she braved going by the sleeping wee dog as a frog to go chase after Kyun. The elevator was right here though. She should have just went straight into the elevator. I guess as Frog Kyun, that's got it, or not Frog Kyun, but as a frog, that poses its own risks. So
I didn't see exactly what happened there because normally when you like are a frog, Cuny will just stay next to you. But I think was it so that the Cuny decided to go after the sleeping wee dog when she was a frog? Because of course when you're a frog you cannot command your familiar. And then when she left the room, Cuny decided to stay with the wee dog. And after she left and was like far away, Cuny decided, nah, I don't want to fight anymore and went in the other direction. That was interesting. But yeah,
it
in the meantime,
was an
go
interesting
ahead.
sequence of events for sure.
We can see on Lady Deme's side a one-room floor. Floor 4, nothing really scary, at least not at this level. But they're always like hype a bit. She can easily handle
Ooh,
it.
but she
And
might want to switch to AI3 for that.
oh, definitely. In the meantime, Chimera
Oh
found
no.
an egg on floor 20. And that can be something really, really good. No, no, Deme. Don't fight it. Let Cuny fight it. Walk
This
away.
is something that isn't commonly prepared for in this speedrun tournament setting is when you have a Kyun who's as high a level as he is, he can take care of literally everything for you. You can AI 1 or AI even 4 at this point, and he will literally just take care of everything.
Just like that.
But yes, this egg that Chimera found on floor 20, it could be a Garuda.
Garuda? What's that? Probably some useless monster, right?
Absolutely not. Garuda has the ability to teleport. Uh, Basically, you could target anything and teleport that anything with Garuda to a different room. And the way we use it is we target Ko. Because then we can find the elevator super fast, and we can also escape literally any situation. So, Garuda is a little busted. Most notably in the fact that that teleport costs like half of an MP, I think. It costs so little. You usually don't even have to bother giving him a PETA when you get him.
I think there was a little bit of a small misclick or some like misjudgment on Chimera's side because she did use truth glasses. She had truth glasses. I presume she wanted to use those truth glasses on the egg that she just found on floor 20, but I think by mistake she used it on Palompa egg. So we still don't know what that egg is until Chimera decides to actually hatch it.
Given the circumstances, 45 minutes in, I don't know if Chimera knows it's 45 minutes in. She did forget to start her timer. But, 45 minutes in, I definitely wouldn't say it's worth going for the hatch. But I also really want to see her hatch it just to know.
We do want to know. I really like what Chimera is doing right now. Those monsters that you see here, Vipers, they are very scary, but they are also sort of easy to manipulate. They go after the eggs, them being snakes and all. So if you put an egg on a floor in a room, then Vipers forget about your existence. They will go after the egg. So basically, it's a really nice manipulation of the monster AI where you just make it so that it can be easily taken out. Otherwise, Vipers actually hit quite hard. And what's more, Chimera is still fire as a Cuny. So fire against water, which Viper is, definitely not the best thing. So really nice knowledge of the game there from Chimera.
Yes, I'm actually super impressed to see that. I'm both impressed, but in many ways not surprised. Shawnee does know pretty much all the tricks there are in the game, but for Chimera to be actively using these and thinking about them, because that's what it comes down to. Sometimes you just don't think about some of these strategies in the heat of the moment. So it's really nice to see this this display of knowledge in the middle of a tournament race. I'm actually quite impressed.
And I can understand that very well. So we are still having 13 minutes of round 1 in front of us. Right now, Chimera is 8 floors ahead in terms of the highest floor. Lady Deme is on floor 8, so she has quite a catch-up. It is technically still possible, but it's looking grimmer and grimmer every single minute. Of course, Deme doesn't know what floor Chimera is on, so she should not worry about it. She should just play her game, and it will be what it will be at 1 hour mark.
Yeah, but this is still technically with some good RNG. This is still plenty of time to make that catch up. It does a little bit depend on Chimera slowing down, but it's quite easily possible to attain a floor minute. So we'll see what happens here.
You can see that Chimera is actually fighting blocks. Blocks are not that scary if you can take them out without taking a hit. If you have to take a hit, then there is a little bit of a danger there, because blocks can paralyze you. They have paralyze spell. But Chimera is wearing a mirror shield. Can you tell us, Septic, what is so special about it?
The mirror shield will reflect magic, and in this area, blocks will actively attempt to use its magic to paralyze you, which could literally end your run on the spot. Unicorns also have magic in the fact that they can attempt to blind you. So this mirror shield, this is definitely the floors where you would want a mirror shield. Over, I would say, anything except for maybe a leather shield. Actually, that's debatable, because usually I'm just used to burning everything on these floors. Or throwing them away. But
like Sandy mentions, actually this reflect is not guaranteed, but it's very high chance. It's like Sandy mentioned, 75%. So technically Chimera still could get paralyzed if she fights those blocks head on.
But 75% is a good chance.
Oh yeah, it is, until you get trolled by 25%, right?
I actually used to believe that it was 100% reflect. It wasn't until I joined the community that I discovered it wasn't, because I can't remember a single time before joining the community in my casual playthroughs or anything that Mirror Shield has spelled me.
Revan is asking what is up with Lady Deme's state display window. I think it's a little bit enlarged. In cropping will like fix that before the second round. But I also think that like she's using a little bit different font size, and that's making it so that we don't see everything. But we'll sort it out mid round, so no worries about that. And
Oh, Diesel said it's cut off on the bottom of her stream.
Oh, on her stream, is it so? Oh yeah, it is. Then yeah, we will ask her to fix that. No worries. I sort of have an idea probably what happened there, but I will discuss with them mid rounds. So yeah, floor 23, 8 minutes 40 seconds. Now it's gonna be really tough because it's almost 10 floors. But again, anything can happen. Maybe like Lady Deme will suddenly get very good luck with elevators. Although that luck would have to be even better now. So there is this one thing that we didn't mention. Both of the runners actually are playing exactly the same towers. Or let's call it, they are having exactly the same seed. On a same climb number in the tower, the towers will be the same, but if you like re-enter the tower, of course, that will be different. Right now, Chimera is on her first climb, so she has different tower than Deme, who is on her third climb. But in the first climb, they had exactly the same tower with exactly the same items. So we are trying to make it situation as even as possible. Of course, there is still plenty of randomness here in terms of like hit chance or maybe some traps. You go left, I go right? But as even as we can make it, it is.
And we're starting to see on Chimera's side stealths are appearing, which is funny because usually they don't. Usually they stay hidden with their ability to stealth, uh, allowing them to be basically completely invisible. Uh, a pretty big threat. This is definitely on the floors where you would like to have monster loops, because monster loops will actually reveal the stealths entirely. They won't be able to go stealth again on that floor. Oh, welcome back, Chuck. We're having some slight disconnects here. It seems my co-commentator is having some internet issues. So hopefully he will be back soon. Meantime, we're now seeing with on Chimera's side, she just used an acid rain to deal with 2 snowmen and a Madeira. Snowmen are unliftable. I don't think they can even be pushed. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but these guys are water monsters and they have 78 HP. She's definitely not going to want to have to fight them.
And I'm back. Sorry, I had some small internet issues. Maybe you didn't even notice.
Oh, welcome back, sir. Oh, I noticed. Discord was beeping at me.
So what's happening? I think you were talking about Chimera dealing with snowmans?
Yes. She spawned in on this floor with 2 snowmen and a Mandara in the same room as her. So she dealt with that using an acid rain. Yeah, these snowmen can definitely be damage soaked, especially since outside of acid rain, all the attack balls are fire element and snowmen are water. And there's our Mandara friend again. They only have 55 HP, which is funny because Krakens on floor 13 have 55 HP. Definitely seems like there was a little bit of a oversight on balance.
Balance?
Most notably in the Krakens.
What is balance?
It doesn't exist in this game.
Speaking of Krakens. But I think Lady Deme can deal with them. Yeah, Holy Bell will do the trick. And Chimera also can deal with that snowman. So that is the reason why maybe you would want to change CUNY to water, because that fire CUNY right now against snowmen more or less useless. You do need to have either wind or water.
Yeah, even with the Scarlet one, they're still pretty scary. But yeah, we're just Chimera's up here almost to floor 30 now. Just one more floor to go.
Yeah, definitely she got a little bit faster right now. But that's more or less a strategy or like an attribute of these rounds, that like in the higher floors you don't really like stay for a long time because you've got nothing to do there. You just want to find the elevator quickly. So we usually do see like runners speeding up above floor 20. And Lady Deme gets to floor 15, so she right now beat her highest floor. Her score is right now 15, but Chimera is almost double of that, floor 29 with 3 minutes left. There is no
Even with
chance
an
really.
elevator train,
Yeah.
this match is unfortunately over.
So
Or
in
this
this
round.
round, Lady Deme will probably lose, but she's not out of the match yet. There will be round 2 and then possibly round 3. It is best out of 3.
Look at this inventory Chimera is holding on to. It's always a good tower when you start having issues fitting a new item into your inventory.
That is annoying. I hate it. Like at the same time, it's of course really nice to have like good inventory, right? Because then you've got like uh, many ways to deal with the situations, but at the same time, you have to make decisions. Which out of these awesome items I want the least?
It's a good problem to have. A problem nonetheless, but it's a good one.
Yeah, but then you lose time.
You do. I probably spent most of my time loss is probably spent organizing my inventory, to be honest.
That is one of the things that actually state display helps with because you see your inventory immediately. You don't have to like open up the menu and like sort them. So you can do it while you're doing other things. But I know for a fact that actually Chimera doesn't use the state display in terms of like checking what's there. Because she's playing in the full screen mode and she has only one monitor, so she's definitely not checking. Whoa, we see giant Manoiva. That's a good one.
That is a really fun glitch. I actually really like seeing that. Doesn't happen often enough.
I don't think that I've ever seen it in the tourney matches. Usually Manoivas are like monsters that you run away from, and there are so many other ways that you can juke them with. But yeah, it's really cool. And that big Manoiva definitely must be stronger, right?
Oh, obviously. It is not just a graphical glitch. Yes, yes it is.
This
Okay,
game
I
has
will
no
go
time.
ahead and notify our runners.
There is still like 10 seconds or few seconds, or was it? Wait, I'm checking the wrong stream because I'm checking.
It
I
just
check.
hit an hour.
Yeah, I was checking actually Twitch stream rather than Discord stream. So yeah, you're right. We are done. Round 1 for Chimera. I need to Septic. Are you still here with me?
Yes.
Can you tell Lady Deme to fix her state display so that it's not cut off in her OBS so that we can see it? And can you ask her whether she's actually using the correct font for the state display? Because to me it looks like it's too big. We were seeing some cutoff in the inventory. If you can ask her like maybe so that she would reload the or re-import the state display layout. And then we could like crop it correctly. But yeah, that is round 1. Normally at this point in our tournaments, we do like playing rando tournaments where the familiar is randomized. Many things are randomized, but this is like a tournament for the less experienced runners. We'll have exactly the same stuff as we had before on the floor 1. So we will start with CUNY familiar and same set of items, but of course the tower will be different. So we'll see different struggles that our runners have. And we can see that like the last egg that Chimera found was Zoo. Very fitting for her, again, Shoni being her trainer. But I'll leave the meme of Zeus and Shoni's for some other time.
He's not here, is he?
That's why we have to leave it for some other time.
Oh. Yeah, our runners are going to get reset here. Well, Lady Deme, hopefully she can fix her layout without too much issue.
Yeah. And I see that Chimera also mentions about the timer. So if you can like make sure Septic that she will start at this time so that we can have both timers. I'm also running a timer on my side, just so that we've got nice sync. So yeah, we can see right now that Chimera has a fruit on her side. It's called a pita fruit for fans of the game. That's how we indicate a point for the round. If Lady Deme wins the next match, we'll have a decider. If Lady Deme loses her next match and Chimera wins the match, it might still not be over for us because many times our runners decide to have a friendly third, just like, for the sake of having fun. So let's see what's going to happen.
Friendly thirds can always be super interesting.
Yeah, so we'll have either friendly or unfriendly thirds. Lady Deme's OBS actually picks up wrong window.
Yeah, it's give me one moment. I'm going to step away for just a second.
We are doing like small setups here in between. Zenite, what are you talking about? Shoni is slow.
Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that.
We need to check the seats. So I presume Septic, you are on it.
1949.
Okay, so I think we'll be able to now.
Diesel here is saying that it'll still be cut off on the bottom of that change.
Uh,
The status display. Oh, please.
but now it's correct. So yeah, it should be able to be fixed.
I'm
Yeah.
behind the times.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Welcome to the stream, Muga. It's good to see you. Sanai seems to be taking some jabs at Shani. Rightfully so. Was that out of line?
Wow.
Okay, so I'll let the runners know that their seeds are good.
Please do. we will be starting the next round very, very soon. So yeah, we'll be starting the next round in like 2-3 minutes. Again, there is nothing really to like talk about because the run will be technically the start of the run will be the same. It's just a matter of what kind of items they will find this time. Previously, climb number 1 wasn't really that amazing until like floor 10. They didn't find any additional spell ball, only one holy scroll. But there was someone, not elemental one, but there was someone. There was leather shield, there was diamond shield, so in that sense, at least, it was good. And Lady Deme, like this floor 7, I think was like quite tough for Lady Deme. It was also a little bit tough for Chimera to leave it. Lots of U-boats, lots of blooms. So let's see how it's gonna go this time. I can see that Septic is already like starting our runners. So yeah, we'll have the second round soon. So what do you expect, Septic? Do you think that any of our runners will do glitched entry?
And my mic was muted. As far
It was.
as as far as glitch entry goes, I don't really foresee it from these newer runners. Lady Deme is well aware of the strat. I don't know if she would be one to attempt doing it. It's a very volatile run to go in without Keen, so
Yeah, definitely. We could see that Lady Dema, when she lost her familiar, she immediately like winded out, went back, pick it up, and then tried to climb again. So yeah, I don't think that like any of our runners would be doing glitched entry. And more or less, it's normal. Even in other tournaments, we don't really do glitched entry in serious races because the difference is so big. Yes, you can be that much faster, but the success chance of your climb is that much lower. That in a serious attempt, when it comes to the tourney, everybody pretty much will always go normal way. Friendly third, on the other hand, that's completely different thing. We might actually get some glitched entries there. We can see that Chimera is actually not starting her run.
she might have had an issue with her life split just now. I think I saw her cursor
Okay.
hover over the timer for a moment.
Chimera is playing this way that she has just one screen and she's playing in full screen mode. So yeah, she probably needs to change the window, etc. Probably it's a little bit problematic for her. That's why there might be some kind of delay. But right now we can see that Lady Deme's stream for some reason is cut off, like it's lagging behind. But I can see that her stream itself is going fine. So just something on speed gaming side here, but we should have it fixed soon.
I
Well,
kind
I
of
think,
missed the randomizer runs where we have
oh yeah.
unique starting equipment and stuff.
Yeah, it seems that it was just thinking on Diesel's side. Thank you, Diesel. Yeah, so there is like quite a big difference in terms of timers for our runners, because I think Chimera started like almost a minute later on, and now her timer is anyway stopped. So no worries, I'll be running my timer here, so we will know what is the actual time of the game. Uh, Okay, floor 2. The same thing as previously, just looking for good equipment, some good attacking items, preferably Scarlet Wand early on, and Leather Shield or Diamond Shield. So let's see what out of these items we can find now. One thing that we actually really want to do on these early floors is get level 2. Right now, Lady Deme, or both of them actually, uh, their
Ouch.
HP is very, very low. Oh yeah, Lady Deme. That's what I wanted to talk about. You start with only
Yes.
16 HP, and Flame is level 2, and it can easily overpower you. You have to be very, very, very careful. The moment you get to level 2, you will get 10 additional HP, and you will. It makes such a huge difference compared to level 1. Then you can actually take Flames fairly safely on. But right now, we saw what happens when you're not level 2 and fighting Flames.
Yes. Flames are generally uh the one thing you don't want to see immediately when you get to floor 2. Literally anything else is manageable. What you really want to see is a troll. They are manageable to deal with quite easily, and they guarantee a level up when you're level 1. So
That early death doesn't really mean that much. Chimera is not really ahead that much. So the only like bad thing for Lady Deme is the loss of Fireball. I would say egg, Palumpa egg is also very useful. But yeah, other than that, we're pretty much at even here now. And who knows? Now that they've got different tower, might be so that Chimera's tower will be actually quite tough. And second entry for Lady Demo will be actually quite good. So let's see how it goes. I remember that in the previous round, when Lady Demo entered second time, she actually did find pretty good stuff fairly early on.
yes, but this time going in with no items. Kyun didn't even get a level up. Uh, it's gonna be a little rough. These new floor layout for level 1 or for floor 1 is kind of problematic. The good news is flames actually don't appear until floor 2. So you're not going to be running into a flame around here.
Definitely. You only have trolls, Palumpas, and noises. Palumpas are very weak. Noises are wind, so we have elemental advantage against them. Trolls are technically capable of taking us out at level 1, but with some AI1 manipulation, you should be able to take care of trolls fairly easily as well.
Yes, the big issue here is that Lady Deme unfortunately doesn't have a sword, so you definitely realize the effects of not having that copper sword when you enter the tower at level 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. All of those early on items have diminishing returns in that sense that like they're very quickly getting outdated and getting completely useless, but early on they're very necessary. They do make a difference. And unfortunately, Lady Deme doesn't find any sword or shield on floor 1,
No,
so she
she
will
did get 2 sea seeds, so she will be able to switch key into water when she wants.
but do you want to that early?
I don't think it's too bad this early, really.
And yeah, Lady Deme decided not to go to floor
Cyclones.
2 to actually get level before she does that. And there you go, there is that level. And now she will have much easier time dealing with things. Although without sword or wand or spell ball to like, go back to, flames at level 2 are not a joke either. You do have to like actually fight with them in a little bit safer manner.
If you're full health with a copper sword, you can definitely just take on their attacks and mix your magic them down. But yeah, she doesn't have that copper sword. And all she's got is Playfinger. So this... I definitely wouldn't want to see her run into a flame, not at 10 HP after going up this elevator.
Yeah. Well, second floor is safe because it will be a gauche floor, but
Oh, yes. That's right.
floor 3,
I do
and yeah,
hope that if she she's not full heal by the time she's on this elevator to see her heal a little bit.
Yes, and that's what we see right now.
Okay,
That does
yeah.
make sense. She does have medicinal herbs. She has a limb. She has stamina, so she has some ways to like, you know. Oh, yeah, she has some ways out of tough situations, but she definitely hopes for some good attacking items so that she doesn't have to resort to those very good items to get her out of the tough spots. And on Chimera's side, we actually do see Scarlet Wand. Very early Scarlet Wand, floor 4. It is cursed, so that's a little bit annoying, but it's still a Scarlet Wand. And Chimera also has Leather Shield. That's
Yeah,
good.
so the leather shield is for the most part negating the loss of luck in terms of going towards evasion. She will have lower accuracy when attacking because of this curse, but it's still worth having the power of that Scarlet Wand.
Okay, Lady Deme finds a blinder ball. That's a good one. That's a very good item. And there is a wand. Wooden, nothing special, but definitely better than nothing. Another medicinal herb. That's really nice.
It is a wand, even though it's got no special effects along with it.
Ooh,
That
fire sword.
fire sword, that fire sword is better than the wooden wand.
It's definitely stronger, but lower hit chance. And would you prefer to be stuck with a wooden wand or a fire sword? So
Uh, I mean, later on, that extra power from the fire sword doesn't matter, but it would make these early floors so much easier. You do actually notice like the extra 4 attack from it for
quite long, yeah.
all the way up till about floor 10. Well, this is a situation.
Yeah, Lady Dema hit the blinder trap. This game is annoying in that sense that like all the traps are supposed to really affect the player, not the characters in the game. So blinder trap doesn't make you any less doesn't decrease your hit chance. It just makes it so that you don't see anything. So you'd better remember where you were going, or you will just have to wait until the blind wears off. There is a trap that basically flips over your camera and you still control the same way as you were doing before. So left goes left, but on the screen you will see like it goes right. So all of those things really do affect the player rather than the game. Well, apart from paralysis trap, but that's your thing, Septic, right?
I just love the paralysis trap. It's my favorite.
Who wouldn't love them?
I think Shawnee should join the paralysis trap team. They're on all floors. Zoo's only on like 23 to 25 or something.
Oh,
The
Miss
paralyzed
Nuga?
traps love me too. Yeah.
This game is all about love. Love thy traps and they'll love you back.
Alright, Chimera's made it to floor 6.
Yes.
Gonna start seeing the water monsters. Luckily, having that Scarlet on this floor, like these early water monsters, they're still not gonna like it.
Yeah, even the U-boats you can sort of deal with. It's just that it's going to be a little bit costly. In that sense that you will lose quite much HP. It will take you to definitely situations where it would be like one hit away from dying. But it's doable if you just have to deal with a single U-boat. So yeah, not bad situation at all.
And Lady Deme just found herself a leather shield again. So, leather hype, let's go. And she's not cursed, so she's getting the full benefit out of it.
And we can see that like Chimera fighting Mano Evas, she can take them out in 2 hits. That's not bad at all. I think with a sword you need at least 3 and sometimes even 4 hits. So that's the power of the early Scarlet Wand, even when it's cursed.
We're seeing a theme on on Deme's side. She's found the blinder ball. She's been blinded twice. Tower has a sense of humor.
As always.
It does look like Chimera's wanting to do a little bit of explorations.
I guess she still doesn't have like really great items apart from that Scarlet Wand. Malicious Scroll is sort of okay. Ice Rock is fine, but yeah, if you compare it to like what Lady Deme has, she has Blinder and Acid Rain. Acid Rain has only one charge always when you find it naturally in the tower, but still it's an AoE. If you are like find yourself in a room with lots of monsters, that Acid Rain will take care of that situation.
Absolutely. I actually, acid rains are not one of those catch-all, always has a use items. It's a little situational. If you're in a room full of wind monsters, because the ball is water element, it generally will not kill them. But it's still one of those items that you just really like to have. It can solve some issues that are just otherwise unsolvable without like a holy bell or something.
That is very nice early on experience, hitting the traps. Definitely later on, when you need like hundreds or thousands of points of experience, hitting a trap giving you only 8 XP is not so important. But right now, when we still count experience in tens, hitting a trap is probably as good as like killing the monster, or even better. You can see that that balloon gave only 6 XP. So yeah, nice thing.
Konami needs to patch that, make it scale.
Okay, definitely we need to write a letter to Konami to patch that 30-year-old game. Or 30 is too much, probably like, I don't know, 27, 28? Revan, you know maths.
And like Raven says, that experience only goes to Ko. Hitting a
Oh yeah.
trap does not give Kyun any experience, and you actually can't even give it to. I actually recently tested it. You can't command your familiar to attack the trap to reveal it. Only Ko can do it.
Oh, I didn't know that. But that's one of the things that we didn't really touch upon yet regarding the levels. Both of our runners are more or less fighting with a sword mixture magic. And the power of the sword mixture magic depends on a few things. One of the things is level of the familiar or level of the spell of your familiar, but it doesn't linearly scale that like the higher the level, the more the power. It pretty much maxes out around level 10, 11. So level of the familiar, which decides the spell level, is not so important in this calculation. Co's level gives you much more power than familiar's level. So yeah, you don't really need that much experience on familiar. You do want to get it to that level 10 or something, but after that, the only thing that it gives you is more HP rather than more power.
Here, Lady Deme is actually having some unfortunate. She's side by siding with Kyun, and which I like to see because sharing the HP is, or sharing the damage is actually a really good thing to do. But these enemies don't want to attack Ko at all. Kyun was one hit from dead, and she had to use a medicinal herb on him.
I really do like Lady Deme's inventory right now. Of course, it could have always more spell balls, because those are always good. But having 2 Tamnas, Lim, Wind Crystals just in case, some Elemental Seeds for changing element if we need to. That's not bad inventory at all.
Yeah, I would actually, what I would like to see from Lady Deme is to go ahead and make the switch to water, uh, probably right about now. Clowns would be annoying,
Clouds would be definitely annoying.
but
We don't have a spell ball to deal with them unless we use
yeah.
Blinder. So,
But
eh,
until about floor 16, you're gonna no longer be seeing a real like a ton of wind monsters to really make use of being fire. And because she has the light seed, she can switch back to fire when it's necessary.
there is one caveat to that, unfortunately. This thing that we discussed regarding the spell level being sort of important until level 10. CUNY is a
Yes, that's
fire
actually true.
familiar. CUNY is fire familiar, and its spell is fire as well. This game is designed this way that like you can change the element of your familiar, but that changes also the element of your spell. So that breathe spell would suddenly become Nia breathe to be a water spell. But spells level up only in its native element. So if Lady Dema changed the familiar to water right now or to wind, every time familiar would level up, spell wouldn't. It would stay at the level that it is right now, level 6. And like we mentioned, you do want to have that spell around level 9, 10, so that you can get maximum potency out of it. After that, you can easily switch. But right now, you do have to like balance it out. So maybe that's the reason why Lady Demet doesn't want to switch yet to water.
And you're right. I that was actually just a little bit of an oversight on my part. I am way too used to not running with Kuhn or running in rando tournaments where we actually disable that spell leveling being restricted to the element. So yeah, it probably is actually best that she just holds on to this, but it's still gonna be nice for later to be able to switch actively between fire and water.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think that like this idea that you had was like bad strategy. It was actually probably pretty good. It's just that like you have to balance it out, because the level spell level this on this low level actually does matter. There is a like big difference in how much power you can get out of it. So even though you would be able to fight those krakens a little bit easier being water, um, there you would still lack a little bit of the damage. So it's hard to decide which would be better. Of course, it's all situational. If you suddenly find yourself around, I don't know, 3 griffins, you do want to go water. That's no questions asked. But you do have to remember that like then you may need to go back to fire to just get back those levels. But Lady Dem
But there is
actually,
catch-up. There is a catch-up mechanic for spells too, though.
oh yeah, can you tell us
Uh,
about it?
yeah. So if your familiar is, say, level 10 with a level 6 spell, and you align the elements on your next level up, the spell will actually gain 2 levels instead of 1, up until it catches back up with a familiar level. So even in the event that you do end up having to switch, it can definitely help out whenever you return to the original element.
And in the chat we've got a nice pun out of it. I don't
Welcome, Deep
know.
Nerf.
What do you prefer, ketchup or mustard? Or maybe mayo? Let's go crazy here.
I am indifferent. It really
How can
depends on
you
what
be?
I'm eating.
Okay, let me try you. Like for example, I don't know, chicken. What would you eat it with?
Ranch.
That makes sense.
You don't understand. That's
No,
okay.
I don't like ranch. But you know that. Okay, we can see that Lady Deme is fighting a U-boat and that leather shield is coming into play. She got a dodge, definitely needed one, because again she would be probably one hit away from dying. And unfortunately, it can happen way too often that you miss and then you die. Lady Deme caught up, not catched up, caught up to Chimera in terms of floor, but Chimera is still ahead because she was in that floor first. But yeah, we've got a match now.
Yes, and here there's wonder if Lady Deme is going to hang around to kill some Dreamants for some to try and gain a few extra levels.
Yeah, Lady Deme, like I wouldn't say that she's that much under leveled. Like nowadays, oh, that crit is horrible. Don't. Okay. Oof. Again. Nowadays, like being level 7 on floor 10 is more or less norm, or maybe even it's high level. But yeah, she probably wants to get to like level 9 or 10 here so that she doesn't have to fight on floor 12 where Krakens show up and you don't want to mess with Krakens.
Never. And she's packing an old lame, so she's got the anti-Kraken sitting in her inventory right now.
And to Tamnas and a Holy Bell. I still think that right now Lady Deme actually has a little bit better inventory than Chimera. So that second climb wasn't such a bad thing after all. Just a little bit of a time loss.
True that, but I mean, she's already caught up, so the time loss is irrelevant. She's yeah, they're both sitting on basically the same floor. Although it looks like she is deciding to do a little bit of farming here.
I would really like to see Lady Deme actually doing a little bit of AI1 here because yeah, she can win, but she can win as long as she doesn't miss. And one bad miss, and then you lose CUNY, and all of your hard effort goes to waste.
Correct. And AI1 with 2 AI1 strikes, I think she's still, because she's only using a normal wand and not an element. Aligned wand, she'd probably still need 2 hits on a volcano, but
now she needed
still,
3 hits.
Yeah, it still saves her a hit, so.
Yeah. And you know, like, if you like miss early on, then you've got an additional chance because Volcano already lost some HP, right? You can do another AI1 maybe at the expense of like getting a hit from CUNY. So there are like few things here and there where this kind of stuff is very useful. But luckily for them, she didn't lose all of her HP, no misses. So yeah, the climb continues. She's on floor 11, same as Chimera. Although Chimera just goes to floor 12. Let's see whether Chimera will find the blue color. Or whether, yeah, she found the Kraken. Sleeping ones, that's better. You're going in the direction of a Kraken.
Oh, I disagree heavily.
That's brave. Even with Scarlet Wand, I think you need 3 hits at least. And I think that was 3 hits only because there was a crit as a first hit. And you know, that Dreaming could have put you to sleep at any time, and then we would have bad times.
Of all the teachings Shani did he not teach her to not play with Krakens?
I don't know. Maybe that's a strategy. Play with Krakens, be nice to them, they'll be nice back to you. Maybe it's the same like with traps. You love thy traps and they love you back. Paralyzed traps love you.
The only trap I love is Warp Trap.
Not Go Up Trap?
Go Up Trap is nice. That's true.
But it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Yeah, there you go. Now Lady Deme is doing AI1. I really like to see that. Although it could have been done in a way in which she probably wouldn't take any damage at all.
Yeah, Kieran's taking a rise. If she would have 2 AI1, that would have definitely killed. Griffins have a
48.
40... 48?
Yes. Same
Yeah,
as
yeah,
volcano.
48 and Volcano, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, numbers. Lift strats, let's go.
Yeah. And that wasn't guaranteed because that volcano was sleeping. And there you go. Chimera actually does find the blue color. And you want to explore? No, you want to go take the elevator. Yes, that's the right decision. But now that like Chimera actually has a scarlet one, you don't have any other one. You don't really want to go water. You probably prefer to stay fire here, unless you find the stream one, then always have the option to go water. But at this point, the benefit of a scarlet wand is so big that there is really no reason to go to water.
Yes, generally you would want to go water in the tower. Like, if you had to choose a single element, water is definitely the way to go. But once you get an elemental aligned wand, even wind, it's hard to argue against the benefits. Of course, wind does come with a negative side effect of you become a bomb magnet.
No negative effects. Wind best element. Tell me that you don't like Earth Shield against U-boats.
Wait, did you see this on Deme side?
Yeah, I saw that like Volcano decided to plant a rock.
Oh, okay. The angle was looking
Yeah.
really weird.
I know what you're talking about. I also thought that like that Volcano actually wanted to put the rock on Ko because of the angle.
I
There you
started
go.
thinking she had like tile immunity or something. It was weird.
Lady Deme actually found the blue color as well. And yeah, the climb continues. Chimera is now on floor 15. So Lady Deme is 3 floors behind. Chimera got a little bit ahead. What is this truth glasses used on? I think on the rock. Sorry, on a spell ball? I didn't see.
Fire has 2 charges discovered. It looks like she truthed her fire?
Ooh, an egg! And on the right floor. I somehow feel that Lady Deme will hatch that egg as soon as she has the chance.
Yes, here on floor 13, that could be the U-boat or a clown, both with a high chance. I think it's like 15 point something percent. 15.63, I think. And then also it has a chance for Garuda at like 9%. Overall, it's a really, really good chance for this egg to be something good. And if it's a Garuda, that either Garuda or U-boat could be a huge game changer here.
And Clown would be probably, although like Clown is not that much of a game changer in terms of speed, because probably Clown is even slower.
It would be
But
really
in terms
nice
of,
against these Krakens.
but yeah, like, oh yeah, 2 Krakens, ooh.
She just leaned one.
Yeah.
There was 3 total.
But clowns are so powerful. I love the clown spell. You know that I do. It's one of my favorite. Okay, she decides to fight against the Krakens. First miss. That's not a good start. Let's hope that the Krakens focus on the Ice Rock. They
Ice
do
Rock
so far.
does have some pretty insane aggro, so...
Yeah, actually
Oh,
don't
and
know.
a Kraken coming from behind.
So many. Oh, now the Kraken
Oh, she
decides
took a
to
hit.
go for Ko. It's okay. She can still take 1 hit. Wait with the Tamna? Go with the Tamna.
I think with that Kraken coming up from
Yeah.
behind, it's...
Because you never know like what would happen, right? So yeah, probably that's a good idea.
I would at least kill the frog, don't let it be chasing.
Is that warp trap that I'm seeing, or is it paralysis trap on Chimera's side?
That is a warp trap.
Ooh,
I know these two by heart.
and it didn't go off. Ooh,
I didn't exactly see.
Deme is in a bad situation, but that's where the acid rain comes into play. And there you go.
That is nice XP.
And no bad situation anymore. Although, to be honest, I don't know. I think at this point I probably would have used the Holy Bell because, there are two of them in her inventory.
Yeah, and she's already gotten.
There are two Kraken.
This is some bad luck. Holy.
Sleep. Put them to sleep. If you get pincered, you're dead. I know those Krakens are on revengers. No.
Why? Go inside and use Holy Bell.
Yeah. Holy Bell. There you go. Perfect. In the meantime, Chimera is dealing with Manoivas. They're very annoying now, especially when you forget to change to AI 3. But with Scarlet won't... Oh, there was a warp trap that one of the Manoivas found. That's a good thing. Who would have thought clone Manoivas actually came useful for once. Another Kraken she has to deal with.
Oh my.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's. I would agree with you that her inventory was better than Chimera's, but these Krakens are changing the dynamic of that real quickly.
Oh yeah, that's ID for you. You're good until you're not. And it can change every single second.
I would just sleep here and walk around it, or take a hit through the blinder.
Finish off that Kraken. You already hit it once. Although you still, yeah, there you go. And that actually gave you a level, so that's good. But that was a tough floor. Oh, I didn't actually notice that Lady Deme was using quote-unquote strategy with 2 wind crystals. That's nice thing. But yeah, we'll finally know what is that egg after all of the Krakens that she had to deal with. If it's a clown now, it's gonna be fate laughing at you.
The tower does like to do that.
Oh yeah.
It's a little give and take though, even if it is, even if the town is getting a little joke in. Yeah, tower is getting a little joke in. A clown is still a nice thing to see.
Oh yeah.
You'll be thanking the tower when you start seeing snowmen and 70 HP Manivas.
With all the hatching and this horrible floor, Lady Deme fell a little bit behind. Now she will be 4 floors behind. Yeah, you gotta go to the next floor. You don't want to deal with another Kraken.
That's a Kraken in the egg, I swear.
Oh yeah. That would be fun. 2 trolls.
That would be the tower just taking full humor and giving nothing back.
Yeah, this is the moment probably where you do want to switch to water.
Why not? She could 2-hit it, but
no, Puny will die now
here.
from an Holy Bell.
No, put him behind.
But then you gotta take so many hits.
Oh yeah, it's too much. Are you just chucking things out of my way?
Oh, sleep is not a good idea. Holy Bell is...
If it sticks, it's good. Yeah, because now...
But... Okay.
Kill that one. Yeah.
Don't miss. Okay. Finish the egg hatching.
Missing.
Finish the egg hatching. You've got 3%. Okay. Change the element of Newell to fire so it will be easier to fight. And change CUNY to water. There you go.
Oh, still wasn't enough damage though to proc his heal. That's close
I
though.
think you need one more anti-chaos. Okay, we will finally see what is happening with the deck. I gotta focus a little bit on Chimera's stream as well. And
It is a
oh,
Kraken.
Wooga! Wooga, it's your fault. That's why I'm blaming Sand Knight.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah, all that time was a little
Oh.
bit lost.
But now she's got a stream wand and she made Q in
Ooh.
water.
And now she has to deal with Garudas, who are wind. Tower's gonna tower. But yeah, let's see what's happening on Chimera's side. She's now 2 floors ahead, so not that bad. Or maybe
Kinda
3
wish she
floors
would have
ahead.
stepped a little more out of the room. 417 to 415, yeah, she's got 2 floors on her.
Yeah, and like it's still like plenty of time to like change the result. The timer on Lady Deme's side shows 38 minutes, but mine timer shows 39. It's just that like we synced Lady Deme's stream a little bit more to Chimera's. That's why this timer is off.
Actually, Deme did start her timer late, too.
Like few seconds only. But yeah, right now Deme is actually in quite good situation. She's got quite powerful CUNY. She's got Stream Wand. The only annoying things to her are right now wind monsters, which unfortunately we will see few. Garuda being one of them. I don't agree with fighting Garudas with familiar next to you, especially when it has elemental disadvantage.
It's fine. The Kuna was actually able to take 2 hits and she killed into it, so...
It's not about that. That amazing ability that Garuda has. Wild
Oh, yeah.
Garudas can use it too.
That's just true. This is true. It's one thing to hit a warp trap that you didn't know is there. It's another thing to let a warp trap take your familiar away.
Yeah, and Garuda is portable warp trap. Oh, I've seen Gacha. I've seen Gacha on the spin. I don't think that you want to keep that wind crystal Deme anymore. It's 40th minute of the game. You're not gonna wind out. What's up with these traps? She's hitting bomb, slam. And another Garuda.
That leather shield coming into play.
Yeah. Chimera actually has a restore scroll. That's a very good thing. She can be sort of safe with her CUNY. She will not lose it immediately. Familiar Bell. There you go. That's the weapon with which you can fight warp traps. You definitely want to keep that. Two spiders. You don't want to fight that probably. Although at elemental disadvantage with height advantage and Scarlet Wand, yeah, that's not so bad. It's doable.
Chimera herb. Red sand. She's not taking the familiar bell.
He doesn't need it. Until she does. Nah, there will be some inventory management here. Yeah, definitely want to keep the familiar bell.
It's really just a nice safety to have.
Oh yeah. Safety? What is it that I'm hearing from you? You and safety?
I'm fast and safe.
There is no such thing. Fast and Furious, I heard about it, but Fast and Safe? Oops.
Oh.
Yeah. But luckily she's water, so there is no problem here. Yeah, she did take a hit. She will have to take probably another one, but that Mana Eva will be dead. Yeah, Daya, you're right. Safety doesn't make records. Another C-Seed for Deme. She can actually use it now. Oh, she decides to go with the light seed because she has a few of them.
So many elements.
Yeah, that's actually really like valid gameplay. That's what you should use those seeds for. You don't want to change your element like every floor, although technically you could if you have an option to. But yeah, use those items to your advantage.
That's pretty much.
And
Oh
now
my god, these Manevas.
so annoying. But you
And
can
that
more or less
is
expect
the.
that, like on these floors, if you have two items next to each other, there are probably Manoivas.
Yeah. But that is the name of the game though. Like pretty much you're not going to be able to dictate what you get from the tower as items. A lot of items are going to be overall kind of useless, but for what items you do get, you need to try your best to find a way to get worth out of them.
Really nice that Lady Dema has found the white sand that has made it so that that acid rain ball that was empty now has another charge. Definitely something that can come in use. But she has to be very careful. She has only 6 HP. Lady Dema, don't give me another heart attack, please. Yeah, this troll, full AI1, full AI1. In the meantime, Chimera actually gets to Viper Town, floor 20. So she's 4 floors ahead, and we have roughly 16 minutes still in the game. So Lady Deme, if she wants to like still have a chance in this match, she needs to definitely speed up. Hello, Panda. We are almost at the end of the game 2 of this match. Currently, Chimera is in the lead, and she also has won the first round. So Lady Deme has 15 minutes to change this situation. She has a little bit of HP issues where she has to recover it, but she doesn't have time for it. But yeah, luckily she spawns on floor 17 with next to the elevator, so she will just make quick work of the troll, get whatever items she has here. Star class is definitely a good one, and just go to the next floor. So
Now,
now,
given the time, I would like to see that star glasses get immediately used on the next floor.
unless you get another lucky elevator.
Yeah. As soon as it's a relevant use.
And we didn't see the elevator, so it... Oh, we did see. I didn't see. Lady Deme saw it.
I actually didn't see that either.
Nice catch, Lady Deme. So now it's suddenly only 1 floor behind. Maybe first throw away that picket. Kill it. Okay, it's gonna be 2 hits. That's good. That's the power of the matching elemental wand. And yeah,
Yes.
I think Lady Deme heard you. Luckily, it's, or unluckily for her, it's very small floor, so she didn't get that much use of that of those star glasses. But yeah,
It's a picket floor, so if you take the wrong route, you can definitely be slowed down a lot. I
and,
think, regardless of it being a small floor, this is actually just really good.
that's a small
Thing to
problem
have.
of going to water with CUNY. Now fighting pickets is much harder because you've got elemental disadvantage. It's not really hard per se, it just takes much more time. And small floors, but she's actually having small problems in that sense that she's meeting quite many monsters. But there you go. There is the elevator. One more spider to take care of. And Chimera in the meantime reaches floor 21, so now the floor difference is 2. Chimera is now on floors where there are like few wind monsters and very scary water monsters, so being fire is not the best, but with Scarlet Wand it's still sort of okay. And now Lady Deme gets to the elevator. Welcome to Viper Town, Lady Deme.
Lady Deme had me a little worried there. She's side by side with Kyun against the Arachne. When Kyun only had 27 health, she had 71. She could have easily absorbed the hit for him.
Yeah,
And I definitely don't hate that Azure usage there.
Yeah, like probably you could have taken it like without using that acid rain, but taking into account that you know she's got only 12 minutes left, and that situation could have been tough. Acid rain simply is the fast solution. Yeah, wind crystal is not needed anymore.
And our source girl is really nice to have. Kyun is extremely powerful for her right now with the stream wand. Yeah, just being able to make sure that if he does die that you can get him back is really nice to have.
Oh yeah, she has both familiar bell and restore scroll, and she also found an elevator. So she will get to floor 21, same as Chimera. Although Chimera also sees the elevator, or I don't know whether she sees it because she actually was in the room with the elevator, but she's not there anymore. Or was there a trap, or what was happening? She's trying to get back to that room, just like have few monsters to deal with first. But yeah, Lady Deme is now on floor 21 as well. And will Lady Deme take the lead? Lady Deme first wants to check that sand. It's useless, unfortunately. So Chimera is still in the lead.
But there's still 10 minutes and they're neck and neck, so this is really a race right now.
And we have to remember that they're on different towers, so the luck can be completely different for them. Might be so that Lady Deme will get elevator luck, or maybe the other way around. So it's a match. There you go. Both of them on floor 22. Yeah, Uga. We don't take sides, but we definitely want to see round 3. It would be much more exciting. So let's see how it's gonna go. It's just a matter of like who will take left, who will take right, and who will get to the elevator first. Oh, you don't want to fight that, Lady Deme. Just go to the elevator.
She could easily ignored this Viper with that corner right there.
Yeah.
It looks like they're connected.
She can fight those Vipers very easily, but you know, it's all about time right now. I'm quite sure that Lady Deme at this point is a little bit nervous. Oh no, like, it's good, but at the same time, it's bad. I hate the fact that she has an item room, because now she will want to check those items.
This is not the time, Lady Deme.
But like, she does need to deal with this unicorn some way, so maybe she will not check much here, like that loop, yeah, and just go. You don't need better wand. Okay, Chimera actually found a frog trap after finding an elevator. And yeah, there you go. Lady Deme will take the lead. There you go. Lady Deme in the lead. That unlucky trap for Chimera made it so that Lady Deme was able to take the lead. That's so exciting. How many minutes do I have left here? 7.5 minutes left on my timer. And Chimera is also on floor 23. But yeah, now this whole idea of having fire CUNY will be a little bit troublesome in terms of dealing with the Vipers. Especially when you're dealing with the Vipers on the low ground. Okay, so Lady Deme can deal with that Viper, but she has to do something about that unicorn.
Fire. She has a fireball now.
Oh, she just found it. Yeah, perfect. Oh, Chimera has a little bit bad situation. She lost her CUNY, but at the same time, it might be beneficial. You're usually faster without familiar. But of course, without familiar, your fighting abilities are much worse. So as long as you don't get yourself into bad situation, it might be faster. Oh, Lady Deme actually found elevator to floor 24. There you go. Go, Lady Deme.
And that cements the lead a little bit. Oh,
Another
Chimera had a
lucky elevator.
restore scroll.
Yes, so that's definitely good thing. But
Oh,
Lady Deme had elevator lag. That's even better thing.
yes, and since this is her second entry, the towers are different. Chimera probably won't be so lucky.
And we
Oh, and
saw
she
elevator on
spotted
the
it.
spin. Yeah. Oh, that's a bad thing. We don't like those things. Yeah, fire, fire, fire. Lady Deme quickly.
It's already wind.
It's already wind. And I think, like, at this point in time, you're just nervous. You just want to go faster, faster, faster. Monster loop. Oh yeah, use it. Then you have no
Yes.
problems with stealths. And luckily, those monsters went away from that elevator room. Chimera found an
Oh,
elevator, and she spawned into the room with elevator, but she decides to fight blocks first. Still, 2 floors lead for Lady Deme right now. And Lady Deme spawned into the room with elevator and also horrible monsters. Luckily, she has
Holy
Holy
Bell.
Bell. Holy Bell, Holy Bell. There you go. And there is also an egg, so that's a potential egg bomb. You want to kill that? Yeah, you cannot. Okay, but you can push the snowmans.
I love it. Oh,
I
that's
love it
great.
too. Lady Deme,
My thought
quickly.
was immediately like she can easily kill that with just a couple hits, but
That's
it's
also what
so
I was
much
thinking.
more.
It's better. It's definitely better situation. And still, 2 floors lead for Lady Deme. And there was a elevator on the spin. I don't know whether she noticed. She just needs to go left and up.
I think she did see it. Yeah, she's
I
heading
think so
straight
too.
there.
And there you go. 3 floors lead. Oh, bomb trap at the same time, but that's okay. 4 minutes left, and Chimera doesn't have much problems on this floor because all of the monsters here are. Oh, another lucky elevator! Awesome for Lady Deme. All of the monsters here on Chimera's side are wind, and she has fire familiar, so no problems at all. But her problem is that she is 4 floors behind with 3.5 minutes left. I really like the idea that Lady Deme decided to eat the limit fruit. It does give you 96 turns of higher chance for crit, and she reaches floor 30. And another elevator lag. She just needs to deal with that
Wow.
very annoying monster here. Definitely not threatening. It only has, like, access for hands. Who would be worried about that?
I think this has cemented. Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, she cannot kill it in one go. She does have restore scroll, so it's probably better that killer attacked familiar. Chimera decided to hatch an egg. Oh yeah, she wants to change to water CUNY right now probably, but that's probably a little bit too late for that. And we've got plot. Can you tell us the plot of this game, Septic? You've got 20 seconds.
Crazy man kills dad. You're gonna get revenge.
You've got 15 seconds left.
That's it.
Okay, no more plot. Oh, it's a match, people. There is like 2 more minutes, 4 floors ahead for Lady Deme. And we do have to remember that, like, for Chimera to win, she needs to go 1 floor above what Lady Deme is, because, who gets to the given floor first is the winner. So it looks like very grim situation right now for Chimera, and good situation for us, fans of Azure Dreams, because we'll probably have unfriendly turf. And Lady Deme finds an exit loop. Yeah, that probably cements it. Uh, it looks like Lady Deme will win that round after she deals with this absolutely horrible room with 3 tyrants in it. What do you do? You don't have.
That's
Yeah, that's a good one. Take 2 hits. Take 2 hits. You can. Oh, 1 hit, because tyrants are really nice for you. Sometimes they get berserk.
they're pretty temperamental too, but in a
Uh,
different way than griffins.
Floor 32.
5
Another.
floors in 2 minutes. I
Less than two
feel
minutes.
this is yeah. This is pretty much in the bag. She would need absolute like perfect elevator RNG. And that's not happening with that Mandera setting.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lady Deme was actually now very lucky, because she was dead. That dragon, if it decided to hit her instead of spiring the spell, she would be dead. Luckily for her, dragons like to sometimes use their breath. But yeah, even if she died right now, she probably would have won that round regardless.
Lady Deme, for the meme, septic special yourself.
You septic special yourself.
I do it all the time.
What's wrong with that? We love watching that. And my timer goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the round for Lady Deme. We will wait officially until the stream catches up. But yeah, on Lady Deme's side, it's 1 hour right now. She does win this round. Congratulations, Lady Deme. We do have an unfriendly third. Can you, Septic, take care of informing our runners?
It has been done.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm excited now for the round 3. Lady Deme got. What was the floor that Chimera got in the first round? Did she get to floor 30? I don't think so. I didn't see Bell though. So I think Lady Deme actually got higher than Chimera did in round 1. Of course, that doesn't mean anything, but
yeah, there was no Beldon in round 1.
so I'm very excited for round number 3 to see what's gonna happen. At the same time, we see Lady Deme going down, so she did get her floor 32. But yeah, we'll be loading seed number 3 very soon. If we had any prediction system right now, that would be the moment where I would be asking you who will win this match. But with those things that both of the runners showed in game 1 and 2, I absolutely have no idea. They both have a really good chance at winning. And we do have to remember that this is supposed to be sort of like less experienced players tournament, and both of them are getting really, really high on the first climb. This game is not easy. It's not easy at all. This game is not expecting you to finish the whole game, the whole tower, 40 floors in one go. And both of our runners are very close to doing that. When I first played this game, I died around floor 6 or 7, and probably many of you did as well. I'm actually quite weak in terms of how many tries it took me to get to the top. I think it was more than 20 entries before I got to the top. But I would say that normally you probably need more than 5, probably more than 10 climbs to get to the top. Getting this in one go when you are less experienced, that's really, really great.
Absolutely. This game is it's definitely rough, and it's always important to note that While the world record is sitting at 24 minutes, Wooga has like played a ton, and there's a lot of strategies behind the scenes that's going on, like understanding monster movement and whatnot. But to simply complete the tower in a single go is a feat in and of its own, regardless of the amount of time it actually ends up taking. Um, Generally, if you're ever interested in speedrunning the game, the first step is looking at it as a challenge run and learning how to deal with what the tower throws at you, essentially. And getting good luck, because traps.
Yeah, definitely. What Septic says is true. You first should focus on how to survive in the tower rather than how to do it fast. Once you know how to survive, then you can try doing it fast. And I just posted, no, yeah, posted a link to our Discord in the chat. If you feel like joining, we are not just a community for speedrunners. We are community mostly for puns and this game, uh, somewhere in that order. So yeah, if you just like playing the game or you do want to pick up this game as a speedrun, feel free to join. We've got plenty of resources, plenty of nice people wanting to help out. Septic being one of them, he loves training people. So if you want to hear more of his battery voice, do join and ask him for training. Am I right, Septic?
I am always down to teach new people. I actually really enjoy doing coaching.
Yeah, actually, like few of the peoples in this tournament were originally trained by Septic. Septic doesn't have this pupil in this tournament, to make it more even because whoever would get Septic would be at such an advantage. Uh, but yeah, if you do want to like learn from Septic or any others, or just talk about the games and memes and puns, feel free to join. I presume the seats for the round number 3 are correct. Both of the runners are ready with that. And we will have the excitement starting soon. Predictions up. Yes, predictions. What do you think will be the starting familiar for both of our runners? What is your prediction, Septic? Oh, wait, you're probably still doing the countdown. So chat has to answer. What is the starting familiar and the starting egg? Can you guess? For the winner, few carrots.
Wrong tournament, Chai.
Well, we can still have predictions, right? Everybody probably will be right, but it's a prediction. Who knows? Maybe the game will glitch out. And yeah,
And we
runners,
got a countdown going.
yeah. So we should have them running soon. I should probably prepare my timer so that I can start it. Do, 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 do. Moment of tension. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see.
The PETA is in the inventory, confirmed.
It means that at least in this part, the game didn't glitch out. So there is hope for the familiar to be CUNY and fire at that. Huh? And they're off. So doesn't look like there will be any surprises. Yes, we meet CUNY at the tower. I gotta ask Lady Deme, what is this name line that she has? She usually was using the name of nine, like a little bit of a pun of CUNY's name using Japanese pronunciation, but now she names herself Line. And the familiar gets the name of her trainer, Sand Knight, so that she can blame him when CUNY dies. But I am interested. What is this line?
I have no idea, really. I'm not.
Maybe, maybe it's because there is a line in the state display or something. I don't know.
That might be it.
Yeah, that's what the Reven is thinking. That I like those lines. But yeah, no surprises here. She does get copper sword, wooden shield, and fire ball. Nothing unexpected.
And did Chimera's timer stop again?
I think it's just like jumping here and there. Sometimes it updates, sometimes it doesn't. So it's probably just like the OBS thingy. It doesn't pick it up fully. We'll have to like sort it out with Chimera after this round, so that in next rounds it will work a little bit better. But yeah, we will see exactly the same thing as before. First few floors will be there to just get level 2 and not die on floor 2. uh, uh, yeah,
Yeah. I agree with that. Medicinal herb is there to
yeah,
keep you
probably.
alive.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Better than fire charge. Fire charge is much more valuable than the medicinal herb. Until it isn't, but mostly it is. So yeah, now we've got level 2 on Deme's side, so she should be much safer on these floors. Chimera did find an elevator, but of course she probably wants to first explore a bit and get higher level. Oh no, Chimera is also level 2, I didn't notice earlier.
Lady
But yeah,
Deme getting a little bit trolled by familiar movement when your back is against the wall. Kian just jumps out in front and takes a hit from the noise.
luckily noise is not very dangerous monster when you're fire, so, or at least at this level, because we do know now that if noise is a little bit higher level, it has actually pretty good statistics growth. And you would be surprised how hard they hit on higher level. But you can learn that if you feel like it by, for example, going to second tower. We do have stuff like that in our Discord. Programmer, wherever you are, hey buddy, we miss you. Programmer is the guy who pretty much opened up this game for many of us. He taught us about many of the mechanics of the game. He was able to read it out of the code, and he's also the author of the randomizer for which we are using in this tournament. It doesn't really randomize much, or if anything, I would call it de-randomizes. So both of the runners have exactly the same tower to deal with, but the randomizer itself has plenty of options to make the game a little bit more interesting. And one of the options is unlocking something called second tower that was scrapped from the game, but was at least some parts of the game is still in the code, and thanks to programmers' code, we can unlock it. And in that second tower, you will find many weird things like high-level noises.
Lady Deme is really pushing her HP here. But she got the trail and a level up, so a little bit more comfortable with 8 HP than 2.
She just doesn't like our mental health. She wants to give us something to, get excited about. If she was all the time at high HP, we would be like, oh, okay, she will just kill the monster. But if it gets to the situation where she can die, now we've got this, something to talk about. For the memes.
It looks like Chimera found a Gulf Wind, which is a really nice sword to have when you get to floors 6 through 9. Will definitely make dealing with blooms and Manevas and U-boats a much simpler task.
A little bit worse against balloons. Although probably at this
Blooms,
level having
the
balloons.
flower.
No, I'm talking about balloons. Because balloons are fire and Gulf Wind gives you wind, so you'll have a little bit of a disadvantage. But the power of the Gulf Wind, especially when it's +1, probably would compensate the fact that you've got this small disadvantage. So yeah, probably like at this stage, Gulf Wind Sword is the right decision. Of course, Scarlet Wand would be that much better. But you cannot have always the easy way in the tower. Well, you cannot have it probably most of the times. But yeah, it looks like Chimera takes a little bit of an early lead. Let's switch the audio to her stream. And there you go, you've got those balloons that I talked about. Yeah, maximizing
And that
the
extra
damage.
flame isn't helping anything.
I do like the fact that she decided to maximize the damage by first doing AI1. In this kind of spot situations, one additional attack can be a difference between being dead or alive. So yeah, take all the damage you can. Don't waste any turn. I really like that on Chimera-san. This is the thing that many of the newer runners or newer players of the game mostly die on. Being not efficient with your movements, wasting movements. If you learn how to not waste the movements, make everything optimized, this game suddenly becomes that much easier. Because many of the scary situations, they look scary, but as long as you do exactly what you need to do turn by turn, you can more or less deal with it. And suddenly, if you make a misstep, then you're dead. So the faster you learn to do it, the better. And it looks like Chimera already is pretty good at it.
Yeah, Chimera's been really putting on a good showing here. Definitely is understanding the mechanics of the game.
She didn't die, right? Or in this last match, was it so that she died on 27 in that tough spot?
I think so.
But that was at 1 hour mark. So basically within the hour allocated time, she didn't die, and that's a big thing. That's something that you cannot ignore. And there you go, Mano Iwajuk. That's another really nice. Failed Mano Iwajuk, but I know what she was trying to do.
It looked like that Maneva was a split from another Maneva. She only took 1 damage from it.
We could see now on Lady Deme's side that she actually wasted 1 movement here, and instead of dealing the damage with that 1 move, she actually took the damage. And that can be a little bit problematic right now. Okay, luckily Balloon is dead. That Cuny will be at very low HP. Hopefully it doesn't die, yeah? Yeah, there you go.
And she's using a recovery ball. Nice.
Of course, you have it, you should use it. That's the situation where it comes into play. Lady Deme knows pretty much everything about this game. We know that if there is some niche strategy that can take you out of the bad situation, she knows it. So I doubt that any of such situation would be problematic for her. The only thing where she might have some problems is like few missteps, etc. Like for example, the one here with taking damage with that Cuny, right? So other than that, Lady Deme is very knowledgeable of this game. Take the
Looks
win,
like we got
please.
a wand, life wand, on Chimera's side.
Oh, better than nothing. But unfortunately for Chimera, I don't know why she switched to Steel Sword, and now she's cursed with it, so she's stuck with that sword, unfortunately. She cannot utilize the life wand. That's exactly the reason why Lady Deme doesn't immediately commit to any of the equipment. Oh, Lady Deme, watch out, watch out! Oh no! Miscalculated damage, and unfortunately she goes down on floor 5. Again, it's only 11th minute, so there is still plenty of time to catch up, but that's unfortunate because now you lost all of the equipment and have to start again. The only good thing is that like that level that she got with CUNY was a 3 or 4. It's not gone, it's there. So she will have a little bit easier climb for floor 1 and 3 than she had in her second match, where she was like completely bare and with just level 1 familiar. But still, yeah, level
Yeah,
5.
yeah, Q being level 5, it's gonna be fairly easy to deal with floors 1, 3, maybe even 4, I would say. But she is gonna have a deficit on her floors now. She's 6 floors behind at the moment. And that makes 7 floors.
Yep. The only thing is that like Chimera right now has a little bit of a problem with attack power. In all her previous matches, she always had the wand, so she was able to fight. Right now, with the steel sword, you cannot really anymore fight volcanoes or griffins. You just simply don't have enough attacking power. So Chimera is in a little bit of a disadvantage here because yeah, she's gaining the floors, but her level is 5. And the higher she goes, the harder it's gonna be. So she really need to quickly find that the cursed scroll, or I don't think that it's gonna be like a very long climb just due to the fact that like she cannot fight. And one of her strategies, like prime strategies, is to fight. And we'll be able to see it right now with that bloom. That fight's gonna take quite long time. Because what
Yeah,
normally
being
would be
off
like,
element.
yeah, I think she
Still
needs to take
10 damage.
3 hits.
And I
Yeah,
do like seeing, like, usually you don't want to rely too much on side-by-siding with Kyun against water monsters, but against Bloom, it's kind of a different story, because Kyun is unbrainwashable. He cannot be brainwashed by Bloom's special ability. So sometimes you can get the Bloom to actually waste turns as a result of that.
that is one of the things that many people forget when they play with the randomizer and different familiar. Then you go with against blooms side to side, and suddenly you find yourself in a situation where you've got bloom and your familiar to fight against.
I've had in one of my practice runs during one of the tournaments, I had a maximum as my starting familiar, and I tried side-by-siding against a bloom with it, and it got brainwashed, and that was not a fun time.
Oh yeah, maxis are quite powerful. I think the strongest monster when it comes to like sheer attack power. Yeah, Revan, that Lampy. Let's give it an F in the chat for Lampy. Okay, Lady Deme found the curse scroll, but it's not Lady Deme who needs it. And was it so that Chimera actually left a wand? Because yeah, right now she cannot use it.
I don't hate that. Like, the wand isn't going to be useful anytime soon, unless she gets really lucky to find a decurse real soon.
Yeah. There is an egg.
So,
That's a good thing.
oh,
Oh, Chimera decides to use a wind crystal. It does make sense to me. She likes to fight, like I mentioned, and right now she cannot fight. With that steel sword, she cannot fight. So if there is a time for wind, probably it's now. Again, she would have to hope for a decurse scroll, which could come or couldn't. And if you die at 25 minutes mark, it's much, much, much worse than, winding out on your own terms, keeping the equipment and the eggs so that you know what that egg is. Maybe you will start with like good familiar immediately. You never know.
that's true. Would like to see what this is.
Unfortunately, state display doesn't decode the egg for you in the town, so we still see the colors, but it
Bloom.
unfortunately only bloom.
Okay.
Nothing that exciting. You could fuse Pulumpa and Bloom and get Orlando Paralysis Bloom, but you do need a blue color for that, so we wouldn't be able to see it for quite a while. Probably not a valid strategy at this point. But that gives Lady Deme a chance to catch up, because even though Chimera is in the lead, she is on floor 9, technically, the highest floor for her. Lady Deme is already on her second climb. She doesn't have really great equipment. That pillar ball is nice. There was an egg on floor 3 that cannot really be anything that exciting. The worst part for Lady Deme is that she doesn't have a wand. Golf Wind Sword, it's like meh at best.
There's still plenty of time. She's on floor 3 right now, so she still has 4 and 5 to fully explore and may find something run from 6 to 9. That Gulfwind sword will definitely hold her out until she gets to floor 10. So there's still time to hopefully find a good wand.
Reven is trolling in the chat, asking for runners to do carry percent. Reven, organized carry percent tournament. Then people will do carry. That would be interesting how people would go about carry percent in the tournament setting, because again, like usual any percent runs don't look anything like what we have in the tournament, because of course you disregard safety completely. You just go fast, 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 preferably zoom, zoom, zoom. That's what Wuga does.
Yeah, well, in any percent run, you do have the luxury of just failing the run. There's nothing that, no single run really matters at that time. What matters is the run that does complete. So you just want to go as fast as possible. So that when you do complete, you get that nice, really fast time.
Oh, interesting on Chimera's side. She actually doesn't take any of her weapons or equipment with her. She takes just Cuny, Polumpa, and Fireball, and that egg that was, I presume, Bloom. But from what we see on Lady Deme's side, because now Chimera will have exactly the same tower as Lady Deme, there is not that much of a good equipment found, at least on these early floors yet. So that's probably a little bit of a gamble.
Oh, don't miss Lady Deme.
Okay,
Okay, that's fine.
that's fine.
Yeah, so we could definitely say that in these first 4 floors that Chimera is probably not going to find any equipment to replace what she could have had. But what she did have, like all those, although they are decursed from going to town, at least I'm pretty sure if you bring them back in, they won't curse you.
They will curse you.
They will still curse you? Well, most
Yes.
of her items were already cursed.
Yeah. Uh,
I actually don't think she
Unless,
had anything other than maybe like the starting wooden shield and copper sword.
oh, because she got rid of the wand that she found earlier. So
Yeah,
if she was planning to wind out, actually keeping that wand would have been a good idea.
I definitely agree. Like having the life wand would be way better than carrying that palumpa, the hashed palumpa. I get the idea of the palumpa here. Oh, that palumpa pays dividends. She has a stream wand. Did Lady Deme not find the stream wand? Or maybe
That is very interesting. How is it so that Lady Deme didn't find that stream wand?
yeah,
Maybe
because
Lady
this is
Deme
the
was
route to the
there?
exit, ain't it?
Huh. I didn't actually see that floor 1. Maybe there was some go-up trap involved. I'll have to rewatch that. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
that's gonna be a huge boon to Chimera here. As soon as she gets to floor 12 and gets that collar, or she finds a C seed.
Hello, Speed Gaming 2. We are just in the last round of the start tournament match. Chimera versus Lady Deme, Azure Dreams. How are you people?
Oh, and on floor 5 there is a C seed.
That's a very good thing to know about. And do notice that Lady Deme already has a pillar ball and a fireball. Chimera probably will find it as well. That's on top of the fireball that she already has. That's a great thing.
Yeah,
That looks like proper inventory.
things look really good for Chimera in this run. But
Yeah.
she still has to deal with the floor deficit, but right now Lady Deme is still searching these early floors, and yeah, anything can happen. We still have a whole 38 minutes.
Oh yeah, plenty of things can happen. First, Lady Deme needs to get ahead.
This
She's
is
on floor 5 right now, and oh yeah, I don't hate this decision to take Blizzard Sword. Stream Wand normally will be more powerful, but again, like we discussed many times, swords early on simply give you more power because there is more power from the power of the equipment than from the magic itself.
that's generically true, but what about having a level 7 Qn?
Uh, I still think that like at level 7 or more or less it will be equal at this time.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
my thoughts are like that still risks, being
Oh,
cursed and having a
well,
weaker item.
Scarlet won't. All of our discussion is now pointless.
Yeah, all irrelevant. She
Okay,
doesn't know that she's going to be getting a CC if she.
where are
It is
those
as soon as she
items
finds
for
it.
Lady Deme? How did she not find it? Oh, Lady Deme has 2 wind crystals now. That actually tips off RNG a bit, so it makes that RNG for item generations actually different. I don't know when was exactly the time when Lady Deme found both of those wind crystals. But yeah, now the items in the tower itself will be still the same, but the items in the tower will differ as long as Lady Deme holds on to those 2 wind crystals. But at this point in time, I do like inventory for Chimera a little bit better.
Especially knowing what she's going to be getting. Um, as long as she doesn't miss some of the things. Because I don't remember when Lady Deme picked up the pillar and fireballs.
There you go. Scarlet wand. And now we've got a match.
And
So I take back what I said. Now Lady Deme's inventory looks a little bit better. Although Chimera does have a stream one, so there is always this, possibility to go into water whenever you need.
And the C seed, like, The CC is just south of her. She's going north. Let's see if she actually does end up fully exploring the floor, or if she ends up missing that rumor.
I think Shoni taught her to like still explore floor 5. Unless you're a frog, then you've got a trouble. The fact that CUNY is level 7 actually helps so much here, because thanks to that, CUNY is able to take on that balloon. Otherwise, it would be a little bit troublesome.
She stood right by the balloon staring at it.
And I guess that was actually quite smart of Chimera to, go next to the balloon as a frog, just to take off some damage from the CUNY. In this case, CUNY was able to deal with that balloon regardless, but that's a very nice small detail that she remembered to do.
It is. Kyun definitely could have taken care of it regardless, but she's full health and Kyun wasn't full health. So when she stepped next to it, like sharing the damage, I think is still like a positive thing to do.
Lady Deme wanted to dance with U-boats, but unfortunately there is a second U-boat coming, and she decided to make it go out and fight with it. And I understand it fully. What's worse than one U-boat? Two U-boats, right? So sometimes you can match the steps so that they both converge into a single entity and on which you can walk. But sometimes it's not possible. And what if there is another monster coming? So again, safety should be probably priority in these kind of tournaments. So I really do like the idea of Lady Deme doing what she did. Now she needs to do a little bit of AI1, because she does. Oh, that's so annoying for you both.
Yeah,
That's why we love you.
U-boats don't really conform to some of the strategies that we use. AI1 is...
Another one.
That is so bad.
And she doesn't have a medicinal herb. Now she's in a very tough spot. No. That's that CUNY.
No.
I think she meant to do it because she does have restore scroll. Because she's just afraid of the fact that she would die. She cannot take 2 hits. So she wanted to actually... I somehow feel that this was a strategy. Like, make U-boat go out by letting CUNY die, and then just use restore scroll. Of course, U-boat could have been annoying and just go down again after killing CUNY. Luckily, it didn't. So I would say that was a nice strategy for Lady Deme. Better for CUNY to die than you.
That is absolutely true. I kind of figured that it would still have been better for her to just go ahead and do a U-boat dance. It would have been a little bit slower, but she could have recovered HP a little bit and then dealt with the U-boat.
That is a very bad corridor that Lady Deme is in. She went to a corridor that has no exits, only one entrance, and now she has to go back. That is always a tough spot to be at. And for Chimera, actually, she has lost her CUNY. That's a big thing. Knowing Chimera, she really doesn't like going without CUNY. So that can be a big game changer, because 30 minutes mark, that's a quite late thing to, restart the tower. You can still do it. Oh, and another U-boat being annoying on Demet's side. She's having tough time with U-boats. Luckily now she has height advantage, so she can probably deal with it in 2 hits max. But
yeah, U-boats actually are pretty
miss.
low HP. They have
28?
They only have 30.
30 was it? Okay. But yeah, luckily for Lady Deme, she's almost out of that bad corridor, and she will be able to explore the floor. She's now on floor 9, and there you go, floor 10. So Lady Deme officially will take the lead. And she has an advantage of keeping Kyun alive, having a Scarlet Wand. So That's definitely big for Lady Deme. That's a place where she will probably want to level up a bit, kill a Dreamin' or two. Luckily for Lady Deme, that volcano got slowed down with the trap, so she will have no problem with it, not taking a hit. Ah! Small input error. Unfortunately, makes it so that she has to take 2 hits from the clown. Lady Deme, don't die.
That right there is really good awareness that the Botro does not care to shoot at your familiar, unless your familiar is in between it and you. It'll still be shooting at you, but it'll hit the familiar. But yeah, Botros actually don't care to shoot at your familiar.
Not even your familiars. Both trolls will be happy to like hit all the monster as well if they're in line for your
Yeah.
attack. So, but yeah, I really like that Lady Deme is now using AI1 for this volcano. She probably will still need to take a single hit. If it was double AI1, then it would be without the hit. But yeah, single hit is okay. That's not bad. And now Chimera reaches floor 9. She does find the restore scroll. That's huge for her. So she's back in the game. She's definitely back in the game. Without that restore scroll, it would be really tough. But yeah, now that's very exciting. That's game 3 for you.
This clown can still be an issue. She only has 14 HP. She can kill it in 2 hits, but there's always the chance of missing. Or is that 1 hit? Scarlet Wand, let's go.
And Stream Wand as a backup. Whenever we do find that CC. Oh, we do have CC, but I think like again, Chimera wants to probably first get to like level 10 before going water. She doesn't really need to use that Polompa egg anymore. And there is the situation with 2 U-boats on Chimera's side. Let's see what Chimera decides. Actually, Chimera decides to go and try to converge with them, and she's dancing with 2 U-boats. Let's see how that goes.
And right here, the way U-boats work is they generally have a straightforward shoot that one up.
Yeah. Now she needs to be really hoping
Oh, and
for
the
an
dead end.
elevator.
It's the same U-boats that
Oh yeah,
Lady Deme ran into.
that's so bad. There is Holy Scroll, there is Malicious Scroll. She has plenty of ways to deal with it. Did Lady Deme find an egg there? I think yeah, it was that Cyclone egg, right? So that's a
Yes.
Cyclone. Okay.
Okay, Egg Bomb, I like
Column.
it. She can take another hit from this, and with Scarlet Wand, it'll only take her 2.
Unless it's critical.
Unless it's a miss.
Unless it's a miss. That is still hold. You're fighting. Whoa.
Oh no.
Okay.
What, 2 HP?
2 HP. Calculated. And Malicious Scroll. That's brave.
Yeah, one more hit would have killed it.
But we know from Lady's Demes that Chimera probably will have no problem. Oh no, she will not. Actually, it seems that like the RNG was a little bit different. Again, 2 wind crystals for Lady Dem for Chimera, so she didn't have to deal with all the blooms and clowns that were walking in Lady Deme's direction when she was going back from that corridor.
Also, did she spawn into this floor without Kian?
No. It's just that like she had 2 wind crystals in the
I thought that
inventory.
only messes with the
Oh,
items. Though.
but it messes with RNG. So RNG is different, and then like when the monsters wake up, probably will be different as well. But from what I see now, Chimera also has 2 wind crystals, so now RNG is completely messed up. Okay, Chimera used Holy Scroll to deal with 2 U-boats. That's not a bad solution.
And
It's
right
just that,
now, oh my god, 2 more U-boats. She's trying to get her footing back with her HP and whatnot.
ouch. Now that's
Yeah.
dangerous. Uh, Chimera. The problem with like Chimera's inventory is that she doesn't have all of those pillar and fireball that Deme has. Luckily for Chimera, there was an elevator. She survived floor 9. She's now on floor 10. Lady Deme is now on floor 12. She did find an elevator, but I presume she does want to have that blue color for potential changing to water, or what would be the reason? She does have a sea seed. Oh no! It's just a dreaming when it doesn't do that. Luckily for Lady Deme, nothing bad
It's fine.
came.
There's nothing to worry about. Like you said, it's just a dream.
I think that's what you said.
Exactly.
Lady Deme, you gonna fight that Griffin at height disadvantage? Okay. Luckily, that doesn't cause any problems. And Lady Deme keeps her 2-floor lead. Chimera has 2 eggs now. I presume one of the eggs will be Cyclone. What will be the other egg? I don't think that Lady Deme found that other egg.
That's one that she brought back into the tower. She brought the Palumpa, she brought a fireball, an egg, and
But she used already a Palumpa egg.
No, she had a hatched Palumpa that she brought in. She still has it.
No, but she used a Palumpa egg on those U-boats on floor 9. She definitely had a Palumpa egg for that. So she must have found another Palumpa egg in that tower.
Oh, Revan's saying bloom.
Oh, okay, so that will be the bloom that Lady Deme had. Oh no, it was the bloom that Chimera had she brought with her to the tower.
Does it not automatically be
No.
named?
No.
Because she went back to town?
Yes. Eggs don't retain that. Oh, there you go. Lucky go-up trap for Lady Deme, and she's now on floor 14. And unlucky starting room, because again, we don't want to see cyclones ever. Lady Deme doesn't actually have any good items to deal with it. Malicious or Cyclone Egg? Okay, hope for 1 in 8. Another 1 in 8. Unfortunately, you need 3 hits to kill that Kraken. Okay.
Sand Knight, you're not teaching her the malicious scrolls properly.
Yeah.
Supposed to get hit in the 1 in 8.
Like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how 1 in 8 works. At least for Sandy. Tamna is very nice. I think Chimera is already on a level where she doesn't really want to level up anymore, or at least not now. She doesn't need to level up. She's just searching for the elevator. The benefit of Chimera is that she does have that stream wand. So whenever she will decide to go water, if she decides to go water, she has the powerful wand. Right now for Lady Deme, there is really no reason to go water unless she finds a stream wand. Because fire wand is that much more powerful. Yeah, so there is floor 12. Will Chimera look for the blue color, or will she go to the next floor? She is searching for blue color. So she does want to keep that option, even though she does have CC'd. No, decided to ignore the blue color, and she's now on floor 13. 1 floor difference between our runners.
Yeah, 40 minutes into the run, I think that's the right decision to forego the blue color, the odds of you actually doing the mixture, because she does have the C seed. She doesn't really need to do a fusion for element change. And at this point, hatching eggs, you have to know what's in the egg ahead of time, like for it to be a viable decision. Right now, the runners just need to focus on getting some floors.
Lady Deme hits the floor 15, while Chimera hits for floor 14. So yeah, only one floor difference, 20 minutes, anything can happen. Both of the runners have the capabilities to fight properly. Lady Deme probably has a little bit better inventory in terms of like, having 2 spell balls and everything and a Tamna fruit. But Chimera, on the other hand, has 2 eggs and 2 weak balls. Knowing that Shoni trained her, she might use those weak balls. Yes, Deme did get blue color. I did see Deme getting it.
Dene opted to identify her pillar ball, so she knows that she has 3 charges. Wait, why is that not shown in the state display?
Yeah, I think that's the thing that we discussed. For some reason, the font in her state display is higher. I don't know, maybe larger. Maybe she changed it. I'll have to check with her why this font is larger, or maybe it's just Windows setting of like having font size at 150%. But Lady Deme finds an egg. Again, it's a very interesting floor for an egg, but 42 minutes in, do you want to hatch it? If it really is a Garuda, it would be a game changer, but if it's not. In the meantime, Chimera is in a very tough spot. She is at very low HP. She was saved by a Cyclone egg. So she has to be very careful. She doesn't have a medicinal herb. And the paralysis trap hits her. Luckily, nothing happened out of it. No septic curse here. But yeah, she has to be very careful. She really cannot fight probably that unless she uses AI1 twice. It will be harder for her to fight that troll. In the meantime, Lady Deme is building up a lead. 2 floors, not a big lead, but every floor counts. Again, Chimera would have to like get 2 floors ahead. Sorry, a floor ahead of Lady Deme. So if Lady Deme is now floor 16, Chimera needs to get to floor 17 to win because Lady Deme is on those floors first. Lady Deme has to be now very careful. She has quite a monster train on her back, and she got hit by the troll. Luckily, the troll died to a single hit, and Garuda will be not a problem as well.
Scarlet One paying dividends here.
Oh yeah, definitely you don't want to be water against Garuda.
And Lady Deme, before coming to this floor, she pumped the black egg once to take a check on its hatch percent. And it looks like she didn't like the amount of time it was looking like it was going to take. So she opted to go ahead and proceed. Would be nice to see what she does if she gets another truth glasses, though.
Oh, there you go. Trolls being trolls. Very annoying. Luckily, those bow trolls have actually much lower hit chance, so it's not uncommon to get a miss from them.
At this point, even when they do hit, between her shield and her levels, she's not really feeling.
Yep. And another Olim on the horizon. That's a good thing. Yeah, I like the fact that like Lady Deme now actually doesn't do AI1 because her HP is quite good, and AI1, as safe as it is, actually does take a little bit more time than just like simply attacking unless you're very, very quick with your inputs. So I do like the decision from Lady Deme that like, okay, I can take a hit, it's fine. Oh, so that was food for the familiar, that Cyclone Egg. I like it. I actually didn't notice that her MP was so low. And it looks like actually Chimera is hatching that egg. It's a Newell egg. It's a very good egg, but does it justify the fact that you want to hatch it? Because it's just a little bit better CUNY. And at this time, it's a time loss.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that this is really worth doing. The Noel having the heal spell is nice, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be worth it considering the time that they have available to them.
On the other hand, Lady Demon doesn't have easy time either. Well, easy in that sense that like she can easily take those pickets out, but every single time she fights it, it's a big time loss. The only like hope for her is that like exactly the same situation will happen to Chimera, and she will also have trouble finding elevator on this floor. Okay, there you go. Floor 18 for Lady Deme, while Chimera is still floor 16 with Newell. And now the question is like, okay, you hatched the Newell, so I guess you gotta use it. I do like the fact that Lady Deme actually first left the room before letting that CUNY fight Manoiva. If I'm not wrong, I think that Manoiva is not even aggroed right now. But Lady Deme decides to fight it anyways because again Scarlet Wand allows for that.
Yeah, the Maniba was not aggroed, but yeah, just get it off her back so that she doesn't have to walk everywhere. I wonder, does it? It'd probably still take her 2 hits to kill a Picket. They have like 58 or 59 HP.
Probably. I think it's 65 if I recall right. Or 64. Or 63. Somewhere around that.
Yeah,
You
got
gonna
me
check it?
wanting to check, yes. Thank you, Baldwin, for the monster guide.
No, I didn't. Pickets have 59, Wuga said.
Yeah.
I don't know why do I
knew.
always remember 60 something for
Oh,
Pickets.
Viper is 64.
Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of Vipers.
Why would I be thinking of Vipers? I don't want to think of Vipers. But yeah, Lady Deme, floor 18, dealing with spiders using some Olim fruits. Chimera reaching floor 17, so still one floor behind. And we have 11 minutes, 30 seconds left. There you go.
This can easily still change.
Oh yeah, anytime. Any trap can change everything. You can die instantly. Okay, Lady Deme decides to fight the spiders. That will be 2 hits. That's good to know that she can always take out those spiders fairly easily by just taking 1 hit. And if she does AI1, probably she would be able to do it without any hit. And that's what she will probably do right now.
How much does Kyun hit? Oh, 10. That's actually more than I expected.
Yeah. She is quite high level for these floors, I would say. It looks like she still has to take a hit. 23, that's a lot. That's like 1/3 of her HP, but it's nothing that like she cannot take. So now it's just a matter of finding elevators. Okay, that should be probably without taking any damage. Widows have over 60, right?
Yes. I think they're actually 60. I don't know. I'm checking.
64. Wuga's at 64. Wuga knows all this stuff by
Yeah,
heart.
we're still double checking that.
I'm not. Oh, watch out.
64. You're alright, Wooga.
Watch out, Lady Deme. More annoying Manoivas. Now you're not water, so you cannot really fight that Manoiva easily. And you are at height disadvantage, so what you gonna do? AI 1. Okay. That will be very close. Probably she can still take it out in 2 hits, yeah. In the meantime, Chimera reaches floor 18, so 1 floor behind. 9.5 minutes left in the game. Let's see. These 2 rounds are so even. Very exciting. And Lady Deme finds an elevator. So yet another floor for Lady Deme.
She is seeming to maintain this 2-4 lead now.
It will be very close. But let's see now. Oh, that's a fun room to start in. Luckily, Lady Deme does have a
Holy
Holy
bell.
Bell, which Chimera doesn't, and Chimera will meet exactly the same situation. She will have the same room.
She will. She does have an egg to manipulate their AI a little bit, but it's gonna be rough given the way that the room is spawned in, like with you in the corner right next to a Wake Viper.
Okay.
Ow.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah,
That's not.
Vipers hit so hard.
They do. And they may lower down your attack. Even if they miss.
which is really weird.
It is. uh, one down. Yeah, there you go. Weak ball. Another weak ball. Nobody wants weak balls. Maybe Shawnee wants weak balls. But yeah, I'm very interested in how Chimera will deal with that floor 20 starting room. That's gonna be quite tough. But I'm now wondering, you made the Newell egg, like hatched it until 97%. What you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I don't know, like, I still think it's just not worth hatching. I think it's better used as an egg bomb. Maybe on some Vipers. Who knows?
Chimera finds an elevator on floor 18 with Manoiva. That's easily taken care of. And now, let's see. Oh,
Maybe she can hatch the Noel and just use it as a heal bot?
at this point in time?
It's 3% away and she's got 26 health.
But Chimera doesn't have blue color, so you have to like all the time swap familiars. It's a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Lady Deme still didn't find an elevator on floor 20, while Chimera already found an elevator on floor, is it 18 right now?
Yeah, Chimera
And there you
is
go.
on 18.
Floor 20 elevator. Lady Deme keeps the lead. 6 minutes left.
And at this time, what did a picket take her Holy Bell or something?
I don't think that she had one. Because that's exactly the first thing that I checked when I saw the situation for Lady Deme.
Yeah, she just killed a picket that gave a blue sand, so I was just wondering if she was waiting around for something, because
Okay, there you go. You hatched the Newell now.
right in front of the Arachne. Let's go.
Okay, Lady Deme hit an annoying slow trap, but luckily she had Mahel seed to take care of that. Don't worry about the unicorn. They are not scary at all, but there is a viper behind. That is scary. You don't want to fight vipers. You just want to walk away.
I do like the walk away strat.
That does sound like speedrunning. Those monsters seem to be going in a circle.
Yeah, she's rocking the Newell now.
Yeah.
Or
That's the problem. We don't have a blue color, so you have to swap between familiars. Very annoying.
I see what she's doing. If this was not a tournament setting, if this was just a pure challenge run, then I completely agree with this decisioning. She
Oh yeah.
has fire and water monster with a stream and scarlet combo to go with.
And there you go. That's the tough part. And you don't have an egg anymore. So what do? You pick up and you walk away. Okay, that will work. But you do still have Viper on your tail. But the difference in the floors is now just only one floor. That floor 21 is quite long for Lady Deme. Luckily for her, she does find an elevator, floor 22. So Chimera still needs to like get 3 floors to win this round and the whole match. And
This is a
Chimera now is in
problem.
a very, very tough spot. Luckily for her, Viper attacks
Oh, that
Uni.
arachne though.
That looks like the end. Lady Deme gets to floor 23. Little bit more than 3 minutes. And Lady Deme also has a nice elevator on floor 23. It's gonna be really tough for Chimera to do anything about it. She still does survive. Not anymore, she doesn't.
That's GG's.
Yep, there you go. That looks like a game and match. But definitely it was a really, really great gameplay from both of our runners. Yeah. Let me check one thing. I presume we're letting Deme play until 1 hour mark, right?
Yes, I think.
But it looks like Chimera will not continue her climb. Well, there is technically no reason anymore.
Nah, she can't beat her own
Not in.
floor in the 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's gonna be impossible.
Yeah,
Oh,
she says she's out, so
bark,
I'm gonna
bark.
bark.
Luckily for Lady Deme, bark didn't kill her immediately. Oh, and it didn't kill her at all. Good job, Lady Deme. Shawnee is pleased. I presume we can send interview links to both Chimera or at least to Chimera for now. Lady Deme, let's give her still 1 minute 30 seconds to see how far she can go. And then we'll do a quick interview with our runners. Lady Deme is pushing her luck. I think she just knows what is the timer right now. She doesn't want to deal with anything. She's just doing this for the memes and lol. Oh,
That's a
lucky
nice
Guapra.
find.
But first you gotta deal with a picket. Nah, you don't.
Alright, let me get the links here.
I already sent them.
Oh.
So you can just tell Lady Deme, everything, and yeah, we'll have our runners here soon for the comments. If you have any questions to our runners, feel free to post them in chat, and we will try to ask them.
We're wrong.
We are just waiting for our runners to join the channel. And I think we've got Chimera. Hello, hello.
Thank goodness for go-up traps.
And now we've got also Lady Deme. Congratulations to both of you. Really, really great
Yeah, that was
gameplay.
an intense match.
Those two last games were so close. We had absolutely no idea who would win. Really, like, I have nothing to say apart from like GG. Really big GG.
Yeah, good. An excellent match. That's Chimera.
Yeah, likewise.
So a
I
few
was kind of a mess
questions.
at the beginning of all of these races. Some of which was just my own getting ahead of myself. Some of which was getting really tilted by like having to mess around with the state display right before the second race made me go.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite. You started off tilted, I got tilted. Ugh.
Yeah, I would like to first start with the match number 3 because that one was mostly comparable in that sense that like both of you were playing the same tower. Lady Deme died pretty quickly in
Yeah, 5 or 4, I think.
4 or 5. I think it was 5 even. But
Yeah.
Chimera lost her CUNY. I think it was like floor 8, and then she winded out on floor 9. So she had actually a little bit of a disadvantage in the third climb. And once you took over Lady Deme, you always like kept that lead of like 2 floors. So give me your thoughts about that seed. Maybe let's start with Chimera.
The third seed?
Yes.
I got hit by double cursed steel shield and steel sword, and about 3 floors after I had both of them on. I was like, I'm just gonna win seed out. I'm gonna see if I get this next, and I got a bloom egg, and I got that bloom egg, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm winding. I'm
Is that what
restarting.
was in the floor 14 egg?
It
Wait,
was
though,
9.
Okay, then we are, I think, I don't think we actually were on the same tower.
You were in the same tower. It's just that RNG for the items was a little bit different because I think it was because of the double wind
No, but
crystal.
if Chimera winded out twice...
No, she winded out once.
winded out once, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just hearing the account of it 2 times. Okay.
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. What I am curious about, and I don't know if Chimera saved the truth glasses on that second tower and got the same items for that matter.
Items were
Did you
completely
see
different.
what was in that egg? I got an egg like somewhere in the early teens, and I was like, this could be a Garuda egg. I maybe should hatch this, but with how I started off, I was thinking it's 45 minutes in, so I think I'm just going to accept that if Chimera is in the lead, I will not have the ability to make up that gap. Or at least, I don't have long enough that I can hatch the egg and then get loads and loads of speed off of it. Had I found that egg, I don't know, 5-10 minutes earlier, I probably would have it.
I actually did find that egg, and she hatched it. And
What was it?
It was a Newell egg.
Yeah, I used.
Oh, that's not bad.
On it. I forgot.
Yeah, I had used my truth glasses on a pillar ball like 5 seconds earlier and went, ooh, I hate my life.
Yeah. See, the problem that I threw at the end was I swapped Cocoon to combat a picket, and then I just left Kuhn out instead of swapping back to the level 19 Niul. I hashed it on floor 19 so that I could transform it into Batnell, and then my game plan just collapsed because my mental was gone. I had Arachne and 2 Vipers on me, and that's when I lost.
Actually, quite a difference in this third game regarding the items. Lady Deme did find eventually a Scarlet Wand, but it wasn't very early on. Chimera, on the other hand, found a Stream Wand very early, and then immediately, almost after, Scarlet Wand. So she was prepared in terms of the wands. But on the other side, Lady Deme did find a Pillar Ball and a Fireball. So it was like,
the Leams, which came in pretty handy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
yeah, I needed one of those. If I had one of those pillar balls, fireballs, I would have been able to have done something about the Viper Horde.
yeah, that is one of the questions from the chat. I presume it's about the floor 20 in that game number 3. What are your initial thoughts about entering Viper Town, and why isn't the answer blame Sand Knight?
Because the answer isn't blame Sam Knight, because Sam Knight has been an excellent coach.
Oh, has he now? He was
Yes.
cheering you on in the chat. That's for sure.
I'm glad to hear
if you
it.
watch it, you will see that. But yeah, that floor 20 was absolutely horrible. Lady Deme
Yes.
reached that floor first, and she had a Holy Bell. And my first thought was like, okay, let's check Chimera's inventory. Does she have a Holy Bell? No, she doesn't.
Oof.
So that, but she did like get out of that room fairly safe. Although that Viper in the end was her demise. So
Yeah. That was a rough room.
yeah.
That was mean.
I think that entire third seed was just cursed.
Yeah.
It was not a friendly seed, I will admit.
And actually, my bad. I said that Chimera in third seed lost the Cuny, and that's why she winded out. My bad. She actually was cursed with the steel sword, and you know, the higher she would go, she wouldn't have like a really good chance to fight. I presume that was the reason why you winded out.
Exactly. I was just done
Yeah.
with it. I didn't have any good items, and I had 2 cursed equipment, so I was just...
And I think it was very good
Literally
decision for
to hear
this
that.
time.
And also, would have been surprised to have lost Kuhn permanently on that first tower on that third seed. We had restore scrolls. That was a thing. This tower was weirdly full of restore scrolls.
Yeah,
Which
it was.
reminds me, Lady Deme, like walk us through your thought process against this very, very annoying U-boat, because you sacrificed your Cuny.
Yeah, basically, I was trying to arrange him into a position where it would be easier to fight, and just like with AI1, etc. And he just refused to cooperate to such an extent, and Kuhn was taking all of these hits, and I figured after a certain point, okay, I am simply not going to be able to get this the way I want it. He is not going to cooperate. I have a restore scroll right there. I might as well use it to get out of this situation as best I can, because it's simply not going to play with me.
I really like that idea. It was sort of like role, because you know that U-boat could have been annoying again, and it could have again submerged.
Right. That was the thing. Actually, I think my thinking by the time I was like, okay, I need to sacrifice Kuhn, is that if it attacks Kuhn, then it will not be submerged.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was the right decision, because at the time your HP was so low that you were about to die. So it's better that Cuny can die, because you can always use Restore Scroll rather than you dying. So I really like the decision. But unfortunately, I think we will have to like finish now, because like we are a little bit after the allocated time. But thank you, both of you. It was really great start of the tournament. Amazing matches. Thank you for that. The chat loved it. We had absolutely no idea what's going to happen, and you delivered. You delivered.
Thanks
Uh,
very much for commentating, and GG Chimera.
the best part
GG,
is
Deme.
that none of our runners are out of the tournament because this tournament is not double elimination tournament. It's a round robin tournament. It's just a first match out of 5 matches that each of our runners will have. So we'll see both Lady Deme and Chimera next week in their matches. But this is also not the end of the Azure Dreams for the week because the weekend is full of Azure Dreams matches. We will actually have another match tomorrow at 4 p.m. Shuzo versus Razor Flame, and Lady Deme will be on the commentary there. And we'll have two
Look
matches
forward to
on.
it.
Yeah, and on Sunday we'll have 2 more matches for the Azure Dreams. We'll talk about it probably tomorrow, so I'm not gonna say all of that. But hopefully see you both tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll have yet another set of exciting matches there. So thank you
See
so
you
much.
then. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Peace.
thank you again,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you, Septic, for helping me with the commentary. And as usual, thank you, Speed Gaming. You're making this event so much easy for us. And last but not least, thank you, chat. You're making it even more fun. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye.